A supporters coach will leave St Joseph's at 1 p.m. and will cost £15 for members.
Good evening everyone and welcome to the latest edition of Rebels Radio as we're here tonight at Arbour Park for this Evo Stick Southern League Premier match between Slough Town and tonight's visitors Gosport. We'd like to wish all the Gosport players, officials and supporters hope they have a good journey here tonight, and if you are listening you can get in contact. I'll give you those details there. There was a little bit of delay. There are some traffic roadworks outside the ground which is causing long delays. Unfortunately the Gosport team didn't get here till about 7:10, but it will be a normal 7:45 kick-off. So it will be a normal game and we'll be starting in 10 minutes. There was a chance of a delay, but Gosport are quite happy to play, so it looks like everything could be fine. So good evening and welcome to Rebels Radio. My name is Aid, I will be your commentator for this evening, and Rebels Radio is brought to you by its two sponsors. They are My Football Club, the online football community, and also the Slough Town Supporters Trust, who help out with a lot of things around the ground. There'll be some trust news to come as well. So we'd like to thank both of those parties for their continued support of Rebels Radios. And if you would like to get in contact with us tonight, you can do. We don't mind whether you're a Gosport fan, a Slough fan, or you just happen to have found us by mistake looking for something rude on the internet, whichever. But if you are listening and you're on Twitter, you can tweet us at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you are listening via the YouTube, there is a little bit on the bit you're listening to that says comments, and it will come through to us here and say who you are. I'll give you a shout out. And we'll run through the two teams with you. Also, keep you up to date with the scores from the other games. There's a full quota of Evo Stick Southern Premier League games tonight, so we'll give you those details as well. And we'll just waiting for the stadium announcer just to finish here at the moment. I think there he goes. He does finish, and that means I can give you a first run through of the two sides. Starting with Gosport Boro, they've got 4 changes from their last game. They didn't play on Saturday due to a waterlogged pitch, so they've got 4 changes. Their side is Lewis Watch in goal, 2 Frankie Page, 3 Harry Medway, 4 Alfie Liss, 5 Eddie Wakely, 6 and the captain is Ed Saunders, 7 is Ethan Miller, 8 Jack Breed, 9 is Ifeanyi Oniwuchu, 10 is Matthew Sinclair, and 11 is Dale Mason. Substitutes for Gosport Boro tonight are Liam Kimber wearing 12, Max Swift 14, 15 is Kurt Watts, and 16 is Billy Connor. So the 4 players coming into the Gosport side: Alfie Liss, Eddie Wakely, Ethan Miller and Matthew Sinclair. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner, 2 Josh Jackman, 3 is George Wells, 4 Nathan Smart, 5 and the captain is Alan Ince, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Nathan Webb, 9 is Manny Williams, 10 Brad Watkins and 11 is Matt Lentz. Substitutes for the Rebels this evening: Sean Fraser wears 12, 14 is Warren Harris, 15 Simon Dunn, 16 Mark Nisbet and 18 is Chris Flood. 3 changes for the Rebels for their starting 11. In come Nathan Smart, James Dobson and Manny Williams, and it's replacing Mark Nisbet, Chris Flood and the absent Guy Hollis. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm talking. Okay, so there we go. We'll bring you other details of the games in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League tonight as well. Those games are Banbury versus Chesham, Basingstoke versus Dorchester, Biggleswade versus St Ives, Kings Lynn versus Bishop Stortford, Kings Langley versus Dunstable, Merthyr versus Stratford, Redditch versus Kettering, Royston versus Farnborough, St Neots versus Hitchin, Tiverton versus Hereford and Weymouth versus Frome. Those are all of tonight's Evo Stick Southern Premier League games. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on where we can. And like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do that via Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the YouTube, you should have a little bit that says comments, and that will come through to us here, and we'll be able to give you a little shout out and say hello to you, and we'll follow what's going on Twitter as well with scores from those other games as well. Just some news for you. On Saturday, Slough will be away to Kidlington in the FA Trophy. There will be a supporters coach leaving from St Joseph's School car park. You can still book places on that coach. It's £15 if you want to book on that. It saves you having to drive all the way. I'm not sure what the parking is. It's not one of the biggest clubs in the world, so it might be worth jumping on the coach just to save some parking issues. It's going to leave at 1 o'clock from St Joe's, £15. Now, there is a coaches going to Gainsborough Trinity. That's the following Saturday, which is the 4th of November. Now, the coaches at the moment, there isn't a price for it, but we would like people to book up as early as possible. So the Gainsborough coaches will leave at 10 o'clock. Now, what the Supporters Trust would really like is if there's anyone out there listening, I will repeat this at half time because I know you're not always on at the beginning of the game, but we would really like if there's a local business out there who would like to sponsor the away travel for that game, just so that we can maybe lower the costs and fill up a few more coaches and whatever. So if you are interested in that, or you know of your company is interested, or you're a company owner, you'd like to be interested, or something along that lines, you want to badger your boss that you want to go to Gainsborough for the weekend, then if you could do that, and then if you get in contact on the Supporters Trust website, there is contact details on there, and you could do that. That would be ever so grateful. We'd like to get as many Rebels fans going to that game as possible, so any help that anyone could provide would be gratefully accepted. I will run through the two sides for you again just before the game kicks off in 4 minutes. And just to let you know that via Rebels Radio, we do not know what the situation is with power at Kidlington, so there may not be a broadcast from us on Saturday, and it could well be the same with the FA Cup game. Because it's the FA Cup and it's covered by the BBC, you do have to get permission, so that permission is dependent on the BBC, I guess, saying yes or no. So we may be broadcasting Saturday and the Saturday after, we may not, but we will keep you posted via Twitter and other ways as well, and we'll try and keep you updated with those latest details on that. So just be aware that there may not be a broadcast for the next 2 Saturdays. Hopefully we will be allowed, and hopefully it'll be a good couple of games and a bit of cup action for the Rebels. Their next game on at home in the league is on the 11th of November, where they're home to Dorchester. And also just a reminder that there was supposed to be a Berks and Bucks Cup game on the 31st. Thankfully, the Berks and Bucks have allowed Slough to have the game off, and Wantage have done the same. So thanks to Wantage Town for allowing us to postpone that game. That game will be replayed. I believe it's going to be in December, so there'll be no midweek game unless there's a draw at Kidlington on Saturday. So if you have got plans to turn into a zombie or a witch or a ghoul on Tuesday evening, your Halloween at the moment is free to do that. So hopefully we'll see a few of you do that. We're just seeing that the ground's filling up nicely here on this. It's a little bit chilly evening here at Arbour Park, but the weather's not been that bad today. There is, like I say, some traffic roadworks outside, which is causing a slight delay on some fans getting there. So we'll see how many come through the gates here today at Arbour Park. And we'll run through those two sides for you again. Just clear my throat there, sorry. So starting for Gosport Boro is 1 is Lewis Watch, 2 Frankie Page, 3 Harry Medway, 4 Alfie Liss, 5 Eddie Wakely, 6 and the captain is Ed Saunders, 7 is Ethan Miller, 8 Jack Breed, 9 is Ifeanyi Oniwuchu, 10 is Matthew Sinclair, and 11 is Dale Mason. Substitutes for Gosport Boro tonight are 12 Liam Kimber, 14 Max Smith, 15 Kurt Watts, and 16 is Billy Connor. For the Rebels, Jack Turner in goal, 2 Josh Jackman, 3 George Wells, 4 Nathan Smart, 5 and the captain tonight is Alan Innes, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Nathan Webb, 9 Manny Williams, 10 Bro Watkins, and 11 is Matt Lent. Substitutes for the Rebels, Sean Fraser wears 12, 14 is Warren Harris, 15 Simon Dunn, 16 Mark Nisbet, 18 is Chris Flood. Your referee tonight is Mr. George Warren. He's assisted by Joshua Howard and Bobby Quatt. So those are your officials as well. We're just waiting for the two teams to come out of the tunnel, and we'll give you all of the action as it happens here live on Rebels Radio. We're just waiting. The players are. I've been signalled they've been in the tunnel. They're just waiting for the referee to come out, and we'll see what's going to go on with those. And like I say, we will keep you up to date with those other games in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League this evening as well. So we'll see how it goes. It's already kicked off at Kings Lynn. A little bit early, a little bit eager there maybe. And we'll keep you up to date with what's going on. It's just wait. There's a good little number of Gosport fans who have made the journey here tonight, and they've already started in good voice on that far hand side. As the two sides do now start to come out. Slough are in their usual kit of amber shirts, navy shorts and navy socks. Gosport Boro are in green and black shirts. It's green with kind of like a triangle that goes from corner to corner and down the sleeve, down the side. Green shorts and black socks. The goalkeepers, Jack Turner's in all white with blue sleeves this evening, and the Gosport goalkeeper is wearing purple with black shorts. So if you've got your highlighter pens, you'll know which ones are out. The managers are just joint managers of Slough, just going over to the Gosport manager just to say hello. We are waiting for. We're a little bit late with the kick-off here at Arbour Park. And I'll just quickly run through those two sides for you, starting with Gosport Boro. Lewis Watch in goal, 2 Frankie Page, 3 Harry Medway, 4 Alfie Liss, 5 Eddie Wakely, 6 on the captains Ed Saunders, 7 Ethan Miller, 8 Jack Breed, 9 is Ifeanyi Onwuchu, 10 Matthew Sinclair, 11 is Dale Mason. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner, 2 Josh Jackman, 3 George Wells, 4 is Nathan Smart, 5 Alan Inn, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Nathan Webb, 9 Manny Williams, 10 Brad Watkins, and 11 is Matt Lynch. Those are your two sides for this evening's game. Now we're just waiting for the referee, Mr. Warren, to call the 2 sets of players over. 2 captains being called over. And the officials this evening, the linesman who's been running my left-hand side, so the side to the Lynchhill Academy, is about 20 foot tall. The referee's in the middle, and then the linesman on this near-hand side is tiny. He's supposed to be smaller than Manny Williams. He's about 4'6". So just standing in a height order at the moment. So just in case you were absolutely interested, don't forget you will be able to see highlights of tonight's goals and some highlight footage from our good friends at FC Video, who are here filming tonight's game. And it looks as though Slough will be going from right to left. And it's Gosport that will have the kick-off. And just waiting for the referee, Mr. Warren, to count up who and how. Is everybody ready? And just waiting as the influx of fans start to swap ends. And it will be Gosport Boro with the kick-off. A bit very late kicking off here now. Referee just signalling that everyone's all right. Is he all right? Is he ready? Is he going to start? He's still not happy. Is he still not happy? He's going to start. There you go. He finally blows the whistle there, and Gosport player Boro play the ball back here towards Page, then across to the centre half Liss. Ball played forwards, looking for Onuwachu. It's been headed away by Nathan Smart. Goes out of play for a throw here to Gosport Boro, just 10 yards inside the Slough half. It's going to be taken by the right back Page. Page trying to find Onuwachu, headed away by Wells, comes into the centre where Liss plays the ball forwards into the box. Inns heads the ball away, back towards Liss, who jumps up with Webb. Ball comes in here towards Sinclair. Sinclair turns, has the ball well here, just running towards the box, comes across, looking for an option, or he's just giving the ball away to Jackman, and Jackman has the ball here for Slough, and Jackman gives the ball away to the left back Medway. Medway just inside the Slough half, brings the ball forwards 10 yards, still has the ball, trying to chip it on the far hand side, headed away by Jackman, finds Lynch. Lynch in towards Togwell. Togwell finds Nathan Webb, and Webb finds Alan Inns. Inns lasts the ball down the field, looking for Watkins, but that's gone out of play for a throw to Gosport Boro, a couple of yards inside their own half. And it's quickly taken by Medway, finding Liss. Liss immediately rumbled on the ball by Webb. Ball played forwards by Gosport, headed away by Inns. And Watkins tries his best to keep the ball in on that far hand side, comes off his head last, and it's a throw to Gosport, 10 yards inside the Slough half. Quick throw by them, finding Wakely in towards Saunders, and Saunders plays it here to the right back. Page immediately under pressure, back in towards Saunders with a look up, plays it on the far hand side. Jackman heads the ball back towards his own goal, and Ince has to be there quick and heads it back towards Jack Turner, but chased down by Nawachu. But Turner first to the ball, then launches a long ball down the field, trying to find Dobson. Comes off Dobson, heads, finds Williams, but it's hooked clear there by the captain Saunders, and out for a throw to the Rebels. Around about 10 yards from the corner flag, and it'll be George Wells. The left back will go across to take this throw. Wells just waiting for a bit of movement here as Slough have the ball. Quick throw in towards Dobson. Dobson gives it back towards Wells. Wells tries to go past, just runs the ball out. It's come off Wells last. It'll be a throw to Gosport Boro. Same position as where the ball went out, so about 10 yards away from the corner flag. And it'll be the right back Page who will take this throw for Gosport, trying to get some distance on that. Good long throw, headed on there by Sinclair, but it's going to come through to Nathan Smart, and Smart goes back to his goalkeeper Turner gets the ball at his feet just outside the box, then launches the ball down the field looking for Watkins trying to flick the ball. I'm covering off the head of Saunders, and it'll be a throw to Slough, almost in exactly the same place as where the ball first went out. Quickly taken by Dobson towards Wells, in towards Dobson trying to cut inside here with the ball, cross his right foot in towards Watkins tries to turn. Saunders is there first, clears for Gosport Boro, and again out for a throw, almost exactly in that same spot that the previous ones. Quick throw in from Wells, in towards Dobson. Wells can't get the ball back, he's gone out of play for a throw to Gosport on this right hand side. And again it will be Page who will take this throw. And again gets a bit of distance on it, only as far as Wells. Wells heads it backwards towards Nathan Smart, and Smart will play it back to his goalkeeper Turner again. Just picks the ball up on his feet outside the D. Poor kick by him, finds Wells though, and Wells with a touch holds off and gets tackled by Miller. Comes off Miller last for a throw to the Rebels. Quick throw taken by Dobson, finding Manny Williams. Williams holds the ball up in towards Watkins. Watkins to the edge of the 18-yard box. Back in towards Williams. Williams moves, gets to the ball. Just good tackle there by Liss. Hooked clear by Gosport Boro. Up to Onuwachi. Holds the ball up well. Hits him on the hand, but comes through in the end to Sinclair. He finds Liss. Liss with the ball forwards on that far hand side, looking for the run of Breed, but it's gone out of play and out for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Slough, finding Jack Turner under pressure from Onwuchu, and Turner boots the ball way downfield and out for a throw to Gosport Boro on the far hand side, couple of yards inside the Slough half. It'll be taken by Medway with the long ball, headed away by Josh Chapman, comes through to Togwell, takes it on his chest, flicks it on the near hand side to Lynch, but Lynch can't control, and that's out of play for a throw to Gosport, this time a couple of yards inside the Slough half. And again Medway takes it quickly in towards Sinclair. Sinclair is robbed of the ball here by Lynch. Lynch now turns inside, plays the ball here towards Dobson. Dobson just gets the ball 10 yards inside his own half, up against Page, trying to go past him, goes on the outside. Page goes with him well. Page still sticking with him. Dobson gets a cross in right footed. It's come through to Watkins, he misses. It's saved, comes back out towards Lynch, shoots, saved again, it's blocked on the line. Williams, oh wow, way. Two good saves by the goalkeeper and a great block by the Gosport back line. It's gone out for a corner. Slough could have scored. Watkins had the first effort, well saved by the keeper Watch. Come out towards Lynch, who shot well blocked, and then Manny Williams with the shot saved by Watch. It's a corner here to the Rebels. Matt Lynch comes across to take this, and it's going to be Lynch for an in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Takes it hard to the first half, goes all the way through to Dobson at the far post, and he fires that ball over the top of the bar there, but some good defending, and I tell you what, two top quality saves by the goalkeeper Lewis Watch there early on, and he's certainly kept Gosport Boro down in that 0-0, because that's a heck of a double save there, and a good block as well. Couldn't see who it was that blocked it, unfortunately, just someone throwing their body in, but still 0-0 here at Arbour Park, as Watch takes this goal kick aimed towards Onwuchu, headed away by Smart, comes in towards Watkins on his chest, robbed of the ball, but it comes through to Togwell. Togwell tackled, ball falls to Sinclair 30 yards away from goal, looking to play the ball in. It's a good ball on the far hand side, and finds Breed. The cross is too deep, and it's going to go all the way out of play for a throw to Slough right by their own corner flag. Sorry, that cross was from Mason, my apologies there. The small band of Gosport fans making a bit of noise. Long throw here by Wells, over the head of everyone. Comes through to Williams. Williams gets a touch here, holds the ball up. It's going to come through. It's List with the tackle, played forwards by Saunders, and now to play for a throw to the Rebels. If you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so via the Twitter. As this throw comes in, it's chested away by Saunders, finds Miller. Miller gives the ball away to Webb, but he hits it straight at Breed. Breed's ball is cut out well by Jackman, and Jackman can bring the ball here to Dobson. Dobson just swatched onto the other side here. Dobson on the right hand side, cuts inside, evades the challenge, still has the ball at his feet, back heels it into the path of Jackman. Jackman now with the ball, finds Dobson again. Dobson looks up, chips the ball in first time, looking for Watkins. Oh, he tries to get there, and it's just slightly over his head and out of play for a goal kick. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Gosport Boro. And Lewis Watch, the goalkeeper, will take this kick. And again, good long kick here again, aimed towards Miller. Miller heads it onto Sinclair. Back here towards Miller. Clash of heads with Webb. Mistake there by Nathan Smart. Gives the ball here to Onwachu. Onwachu challenge, gives it towards Sinclair. Sinclair under pressure finds Liss. Liss in towards Page. Page plays it in. Good player triangles here by Gosport Boro. Finds Sinclair in the end. Watkins tries to get there. Breed gets there first, and it will come out here towards Wakely. Wakely plays it on towards Medway. Medway finds Sinclair. He's come deep to get the ball. Has the ball here on his feet on the left hand side. Plays it in towards Liss. Liss under pressure. Robbed of the ball well there by Nathan Webb. And Webb just has the ball. Breaks into the Gosport box. Finds Manny Williams. Manny Williams 20 yards away from goal. Trying to get it onto his foot. Finds Dobson on the edge of the penalty area. Dobson just has the ball back here. Tries to cross it right foot to the It's gone all the way across the box. And it's hooked clear by Medway. And it's going to be headed by Nathan Smart, and Alan Inns can't keep that in, can he? No, he can't. It's out for a throw to Gosport Boro on that far hand side, halfway inside the Slough half. 8.5 minutes gone here, still 0-0. And it's going to be a throw on the far side. Good afternoon, good evening, to Super Nan, who's listening in, and to Zach Randall, who listening via YouTube, and a little chat room going on there. Quick throw here by Medway, trying to break it into the box. Well won back by Lynch, though, for Slough. Finds Dobson. Dobson halfway inside his own half. Chipping the ball forward, trying to find Brad Watkins. Watkins up against Wakely. Heads it into the path of Togwell. Togwell running with the ball. Gets to the edge of the box, in towards Watkins. Watkins takes it down on the edge. Gives it here to Williams. Williams under pressure. Shrugs off the challenge. Shoots from distance, and Watch does well to gather that ball. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper again. And it's going to be Watch will take this goal kick. Just drops the ball to the edge of his penalty area. And a long kick by him on the far hand side. Looking for Onwachu. Has come off the head of Jackman and goes out of play for a throw to Gosport Boro. That ball's gone all the way out for into the school. Someone will have to go and get that. Not anyone listening at home. You're all right. Don't worry about it. There's a little bit of a sing-off going on the far hand side to our left. The Gosport fans are stay to that side where the Slough fans are, and they're just having a bit of fun down on that near hand side. It's going to be Medway will take the throw here for Gosport Boro. Throw halfway inside the Slough half. Medway just looking for a little bit of movement here. Finds it from Onwachu, but it's one back here by Inns. Inns clears long, trying to find Watkins. Comes off the head of Saunders to Page. Page does well under pressure to head the ball and finds Breed in the centre. Centre plays it towards Miller. Miller back towards Breed. Just forces him to go backwards. Under pressure from Nathan Webb. And he plays it to Medway. It's got a lot on it, and Medway won't catch that one. It's gone out of play for a throw to Slough on the far right-hand side. Halfway inside the Gosport half. Quickly taken by Matt Lynch. Finds Josh Jackman. Jackman looks up, crossing the ball early into the box. Headed away well by Saunders. It will come here towards Wells. Wells takes a touch inside. Still runs with the ball. Plays it with his right foot on the far hand side. Picks out Lynch. Lynch just gets a cross in by the bar. And in towards Williams. Good challenge there by Wakely. It's come through to Medway. Medway clears. And his clearance finds Miller, but Miller's been robbed of the ball here by Nathan Webb, and Webb evades the challenge of Sinclair, then plays the ball in towards Williams. Williams just loses the ball, and it's a chance for Breed to bring the ball out here for Gosport. Trying to play it in towards Sinclair, gives it to Onwachu. Onwachu can turn inside the centre circle. And just tries to find the path into Miller, but it's just overrun. to the goalkeeper Turner, and Turner tries to get Slough on the attack quickly, finding Dobson. Dobson's header. Dobson is offside, so it won't make no difference. Just excuse me while I just water the whistle. Whatever it's the saying is, I don't know. So it's going to be a throw here. It's a free kick, for the offside here. Couple of about 10 yards inside the Gosport Boro half. Played almost 12 minutes here. Still 0-0. And it'll be the captain Saunders who will take this free kick for Gosport. And it's a long high ball played into Onwashu, beaten by Inns, who heads it away only as far as Breed. Breed robbed by Nathan Webb. Good tackle by Webb. Finds Lench. Lench just has to turn in a bit of trouble. Goes back to his goalkeeper, and Onwashu chases it down, but Turner's there to clear for Slough. Looking for Manny Williams. It's headed away by Medway. Webb gets the second header and finds Lench. Lench can bring it down on his chest on the halfway line. Running with the ball here now. Finds Williams. Williams back in towards Lench, but it's tackled by Gosport. Comes off a Gosport player. Comes off Mason last. It's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Quickly taken by Josh Chapman. You get it back from Williams to Chapman. Chapman looks for Webb. Webb crosses immediately in towards it's come off the head of Wakely towards Dobson. Dobson trying to break through, tackled, and it's hooked clear again by Wakely and out for a throw to Slough on the far hand side, about 10 feet inside the Gosport Borough half. And again, Josh Jackman will be the player to take this throw. And he's going to find Williams. Williams trying to turn Medway on the far hand side, gets past him and tries to get to the byline, looking for the ball in, trying to find it's bouncing around. Watkins shoots and Watkins scores, and a bit of unfortunateness there inside the Gosport Borough half, but it allows Brad Watkins to score the first goal coming on 14 minutes by Brad Watkins, and a ball in by Manny Williams, and a little bit of, it looked like two Gosport players had tried to get the ball, and the ball just bounced up off their legs and it fell kindly to Watkins, who was in the right place to fire the ball home, and that gives Slough a 1-goal lead here at Arthur Park. And we will try and keep you up to date with some of the scores from the other games as well. And Onwashu takes the kick-off for Gosport Borough, back towards Saunders. Saunders chipping the ball forward, looking for Onwashu. Flicks up the ball, but only as far as Inns. Inns plays it forward straight away for Slough, trying to find Williams. Williams beaten to the ball by Wakely, but Togwell wins the next head. Bit of head tennis going on. Lench wins it and finds Williams. Back in towards Lench. Wakely with the tackle, but it goes high in the air towards Webb. Finds Watkins. And it's come through towards Miller. Miller does well to hold off the challenge of Webb. Plays it into Onwashu. Onwashu turns. Still has the ball here on the far hand side, but it's come through to Sinclair. Nathan Smart will win it back here for Slough and can bring the ball forwards here for the Rebels. Finds Williams on the far hand side. Williams will do well to keep that ball in. Trying to go round Medway on the far hand side, but has gone out of play for a throw to Slough on that far side, and Jackman will go to take it. Couple of feet inside the Slough half. Quickly taken towards Lench, back towards Jackman, and he'll then find Lench. He's come deep and plays it across the halfway line towards Wells, in towards Dobson. Dobson trying to get a bit of pace injected, goes past the challenger Sinclair. Page gets a touch on it, but Dobson wins it back, but then gives it away with a silly back heel and played in, but then Dobson will win the ball back here from Sinclair. Finds Lench. Lench on the centre circle, in towards Togwell. Togwell will spread to Josh Chapman, just inside his own half. Plays the ball forwards, finds Williams. Williams finds Webb. Webb trying to hold the ball up and finds Williams on the right hand side. Williams in towards Dobson. Dobson another little back heel towards Jackman. Jackman tries to shoot. It's blocked. It's headed. Wakely heads it high up in the air. Underneath it is Miller. And then headed away by Mason, but only as far as Josh Chapman. Chapman will play the ball in deep, looking for Watkins. Heads it well, but Watch sees that and grabs that in his 6-yard box. And it's the Gosport goalkeeper Watch, who's made 2 good saves already this evening. See if we can find some scores from other games as Jackman heads the ball in towards Onwashu. Good touch by the striker, but Jackman's there first for Slough and finds Breed inside the centre circle. Breed just runs straight into Nathan Webb, and that gives the ball here to Brad Watkins. Watkins will turn, finds Lench, who's come to the left hand side. Lench here up against Page. Lench will run here, comes across, runs into Brad Watkins, back towards Watkins, in towards Williams. Williams on the edge of the box. Finds Watkins. Watkins tries to curl it, but it's gone over the top of the bar. and out of play for a goal kick. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Weymouth 0, Frome Town 1. That's the latest score. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see what else we can got. Kings Lynn are already 2-0 up at home to Bishop Stortford. And ball played forwards here by Watch. It's Wells who comes and wins the header, but it's kept in by Sinclair. Finds on Washu, but plays it a little bit behind. And Webb with a bit of thing, and then Washu fouls George Wells, and it's out for. That'll be a free kick to the Rebels just inside their own half. Some latest scores is Banbury 1, Chesham 0, Kings Lynn 2, Bishop Stortford 0. Those are the only games apart from the Frome game that have got goals in it so far in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League. Everything else is 0-0. Ball being played across here towards Nathan Smart. Smart does well to get to the ball first. Just got caught there by Ethan Miller. And it's just a bump as he jumped for the ball. And it's a free kick to the Rebels on the halfway line. And on Watchu standing over the ball, trying to stop Slough taking a quick free kick. But it will be Nathan Smart that will take this ball. And now they're going to leave it for George Wells. They've sent forwards Alan Inns. And so I'm just going to put a few people into the box here for this free kick. George Wells to take it. Thumps it to the far hand side. Inns rises, but he can't direct it anywhere. It's gone out for a goal kick. And we've played nearly 18 minutes here at Arbour Park. It's Slough with that 1-goal lead given to him by Brad Watkins on 14 minutes. And again, it'll be the goalkeeper, Lewis Watch, who takes a good long kick here. Aimed again at on Watch, who does well to really flick it on, but just can't keep it in play. And it's gone out of play for a throw on that far hand side to Slough. And it's going to be Josh Jackman on the far side to take this throw for the Rebels. And he eventually trying to find Matty Williams. Comes off the head of Lynch, and it will come into the centre here for Miller. Miller inside the centre circle in his own half. Brings the ball forwards. Trying to find Sinclair. Sinclair with a good touch. Holds the ball up. Looking for an option. Back towards Miller. Miller has no help with him. Has to go all the way back to Medway, the left back on the halfway line. Medway looks up. Plays the ball down the field looking for Sinclair. Sinclair does well to hold the ball up. Trying to flick it into the path of Mason, but Inns is there with the tackle. And it comes through to Medway. Just misjudges the ball. Hooks the ball though back over his head, only finds Togwell. Togwell chests the ball down, plays it forwards, but well spotted by Wakely, who just comes across and gets there first. Chips the ball forwards, looking for Miller, but headed away well by George Wells, only as far as Breed. Breed takes it down in the centre circle, leaves it for Liss. Liss finds Page. Page trying to speed the ball up, cleared by George Wells, and Brad Watkins will chase this up against Saunders. Watkins gets goal side, still has the ball, but Wakely comes across and clears higher. I've never seen the ball go that high before. Inns with the header, trying to find Dobson, but it's only as far as Page. Page's ball will go straight out of play now for a throw to Slough by the home dugout. And it's Wells with a throw, trying to find Dobson. Dobson misses the ball, comes through for Watkins. Watkins tries to hold it up. Looked like a high foot there, but the referee didn't give it. And then Wakely just thumps that ball out to the side of the pitch. It's a throw to Slough, about 8 yards away from the corner flag. And it will be taken quickly by Wells. Finds Dobson, but Dobson's ball hits Miller. Dobson tries to win it back. In fact, it's won back by Nathan Webb on the edge of the box in towards Williams. Trying to find it back towards Webb. Webb plays it here towards Dobson. Dobson crosses first time. Comes through towards Manny Williams, just behind him. Towards Lynch. Lynch fires it over the top of the bar. But good play there by the Rebels. Good patient build-up. And Lynch just firing over from the edge of the 18-yard box there. And it's Watch to take this goal kick. Again, long ball aimed here towards Onwashu, but it's won by Inns, and then it's won on to Lynch. Lynch flicks it onto Brad Watkins, and then back in towards Lynch, and Lynch is stood on the ball. It's cleared by Wakely towards Page. Page plays the ball forward to Miller. Miller towards Page, but that will come here towards Nathan Smart. Smart pushed off the ball, and George Wells has to try and come back, but it's picked up here by Sinclair. And then Nathan Smart with a tackle. And it's going to go out for a corner here for Gosport Boro. And Slough with some defending to do here. It's going to be the midfielder List who will go across to take this throw. And the two centre-backs for Gosport Boro will come through forwards, Wakely and Saunders. And it's going to be... Liss will take this out-swinging corner for Gosport Boro here. Just waiting for a bit of movement inside the box. Plays it deep to the far side. Wakely's trying to get it. They come off the top of his head, but Lynch will keep that in on the far hand side. Plays it down the field, looking for Watkins. Watkins first to the ball, inside his own half. It's being tackled there by Breed, and it comes off, still in play actually, and Breed has the ball. In towards Saunders. Saunders trying to chip the ball forwards on the far hand side. And evening, Scotty. As ball play forwards here, looking for Williams, but... it's all the way through to the goalkeeper watch. That was Mark Scott here. Nice to see Scotty out and about. And the ball rolled forwards here to Wakely. Wakely, the Gosport number 5, bringing the ball forwards. Play into Onwashu, but well spotted by Nathan Smart. Smart can bring the ball forward. He's travelled 10-15 yards. Finds Watkins. Watkins will play the ball here towards Togwell. Togwell's got Dobson on this left-hand side. Finds Dobson. Dobson up against Page. Dobson going to try and go around the outside. Little trick. Still has the ball at his feet, but Page hasn't moved from it. Crosses with right foot in towards Williams. Hooked clear though in the end there, and it's come up here to Onwashu. Onwashu holds the ball up well. It does really well. Good turn by him, but he's been tackled by Nathan Webb, and it's a good play by Webb to win the ball back. Finds Lynch, and then Lynch to Jackman. Jackman with the ball forwards, looking for Dobson. Dobson rises high, but there's not a Slough player inside the box, and Wakely has it inside his own box. Chips it forward, but only as far as Nathan Webb, and Webb can control the ball here for Slough. Has Dobson on the inside. Again, silly little flick by Dobson, not coming off. Has the ball at his feet. In, finds it towards Inns, just inside the centre circle inside his own half. Finds Jackman. Jackman the ball looking for Watkins. Watkins trying to hold the ball up here for Slough. Does well. Trying to chip it forward. It'll come out here towards Dobson. Dobson finds in towards Williams on the edge of the box. Williams trying to turn. Looking for an outlet. Outlet comes from Togwell. Out here towards Jackman. Now good position of the ball. Finds in towards Togwell. Togwell will turn. And finds Webb. Webb being forced back by Sinclair, but will chip the ball forward, looking for Lynch on that far right hand side. Lynch takes it down on his chest, up against Wedway. Lynch tries to get the ball through, and then it's the goalkeeper watch just comes and claims the ball there. And the Slough managers just telling Slough just to have a bit more confidence. And it'll be watched with this goal kick here for Gosport Boro. Again, high up, looking for Onwashu, but won by Inns. Onwashu's gone down. The referee's going to stop that because Onwashu is holding the back of his head. And while there's a stoppage, we will look to see if we can find some goals from some of the other games in the Southern Premier League for you. Let's see what else we can find. Let's see if anyone puts any scores on. It would be nice. Weymouth is still there. It's Tiverton 0, Hereford 1. Bishop Stortford have got a goal back, so it's Kingsley 2, Bishop Stortford 1. And we've got Basingstoke 1, Dorchester 0. As Gosport Boro to play the ball back towards the goalkeeper Turner after kicked the ball out for treatment. But Onwashu's fine, he didn't need any treatment. And it's played forward here, looking for Dobson. Dobson wins the header but heads it backwards, and it'll come through to Mason. Mason on the far hand side, robbed of the ball by Lynch. And breaks here towards Josh Jackman. Jackman under pressure finds Lynch. Lynch has the ball, will look to play it across, finds Inns. And Inns will play it safely back towards his goalkeeper Turner. Turner plays out towards Nathan Smart. Now playing it out from the back. Smart being urged to bring the ball forward in towards Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up on the centre circle. Finds Togwell. And Togwell plays the ball in towards Jackman. Jackman just has to rush to get to that ball. Keeps hold of the ball inside in towards Lynch. Lynch has to come back away from goal. Finds Webb. Webb plays it in towards Wells. Wells has to been under pressure from a couple of players there. So now just not looking at where the Gosport players are. Jackman now has the ball inside the Gosport Boro half. Back towards Webb. Webb just been pressurised in towards Togwell. Back towards Webb. So now playing some nice football in towards Watkins. Holds the ball up but plays it all the way back to Inns. Inns out towards Jackman. Just on the halfway line. Back towards Inns. Inns now has a chance to just bring the ball forwards. Travels 10-15 yards. Back out towards Jackman. inside the Gosport Borough half. Chapman has to continue his run, does so. Runs with the ball, finds Williams. Williams turns away from goal. Has the ball at his feet, finds Dobson. Dobson just heavy touch there by a poor ball by Williams. Ball trying to look for it onto his left-hand foot. Shoots, it's blocked, and it will come through on the far-hand side. Will it come through to Chapman? No, it's going to be a goal, corner, to Slough. And it'll be James Dobson will go across to take this corner for Slough. Be an in-swinging corner. And it is James Dobson that will take it. Smart and Inns have gone forward for Slough for this corner. Dobson just waiting for a bit of movement inside the box from the Slough players and goes deep to the far post where it's an own goal almost. It's Wakely. Wakely headed it against his own crossbar, then it hit Breed on the back and then into the arms of the goalkeeper watch. And that is what you call living dangerously. And people around just smiling. They can't believe that hasn't gone in off the crossbar, off the player's back and into the goalkeeper's hands. And it's Watch with a quick ball down the field. It's going to come through to Onwachu, and he's held up and wins a free kick off Josh Jackman. And the free kick looks like there's going to be an early substitution here for Gosport Borough. Coming off is Alfie Liss, and coming on will be Liam Kimber, an early substitution for Gosport Borough. So Liss is off. He just don't know if he's out of breath, if he's been caught or something. He's come off, and then coming on is Liam Kimber, and the game will restart with a free kick for Gosport Borough. And we played 28 minutes of the game so far. It's going to be midway with this free kick for Gosport Borough. Inns wins the header. It comes to the edge of the box where Nathan Webb will flick on towards Williams. Back towards Webb. Williams will play the ball over, looking for the run of Watkins. Underneath it is Miller. Miller's header comes as far as Williams. Williams keeps the ball in, does well to run with the ball. Chips it on the far hand side to Lynch. Lynch got a bit of space here. Ball's bounced in front of him nicely. Hits it on the shot. Oh, it's just over the top of the bar from the edge of the penalty area from Matt Lynch. And that's a goal kick to Gosport. And 20, coming up to 29 minutes gone. It's still Slough with this 1-goal lead, scored by Brad Watkins on 14 minutes. And it'll be the goalkeeper watch will get this game back underway with this goal kick. And long kick by Watch. Again looking for Onwachu up against Inns. Inns wins the first header. Breed with another header forwards. Onwachu comes through, but it's Webber headed away, then headed on by the substitute Kimber. His first touch. Back towards Togwell. Togwell then finds Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run through the centre. Plays it out here towards Brad Watkins. Watkins just treads on the ball and it allows Page the time to just clear the ball out of play, and it's out for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Wells to find Nathan Smart just inside the Gosport half. They play it back towards Inns, who's the furthest Slough player back apart from the goalkeeper obviously. Inns with the ball just halfway inside his own half, just being chased down by Onwachu. Plays it in here looking for Williams. Williams lets it come off the foot of Wakely, and it'll be another corner for Slough. And again, it's on the far-hand side, so it looks like Dobson will take it. It'll be an in-swinging corner. That last one hit the bar by a Gosport player, so they'll be hoping to not have that kind of trouble here with this one. It is going to be Dobson to take this corner on the far-hand side. And it's some instructions for the match. Played in here, looking for Watkins. It's come off the head of Miller, and the referee says there's a foul, and it's a free kick to Gosport Borough inside the 6-yard box. And Lewis Watch will take it once he's done his boots up. So let's see what he's doing. Let's see if we can find some scores for you. Weymouth still losing to Frome 1-0. As we wait for. Let's see what we can find. scores with half an hour gone in the Evo Stick Southern Premier. Banbury 1, Chesham 0, Basingstoke 1, Dorchester 0, Biggleswade, Nilson Ives 1, Kings Lynn 2, Bishop Stortford 1, Kings Langley 0, Dunstable 0, Merthyr 1, Stratford 0, Redditch 0, McKettering 0, Royston 0, Farnborough 0. It's 0-0 between St Neots and Hitchin, Tiverton 1, Hereford 1, and Weymouth are losing at home to Frome. So now have the ball here with Williams. Richard holds the ball off well here. Trying to find Dobson, but Mason had come back to clear the ball up towards Page. Page looking for onward tube. Nathan Smart has it, and he'll play it back towards his goalkeeper, Jack Turner. And Turner has the ball at the edge of his feet. Plays it edge of his box. Sorry, looking for Dobson. Dobson does well to flick the ball on. It's Saunders who's there first, but it comes to Dobson, just overruns it and catches Page. Does he? It's a throw. No, it's a throw to Slough. I thought that was a free kick to Gosport, but Slough take it quickly with Wells in towards Dobson. Dobson had time to turn, gives it back here towards Wells. Wells crosses first time. Wakely heads the ball up, only heads it high up in his own thing, and then goalkeeper drops it and then catches the ball under no pressure from a Slough player there, and it's going to be Wakely again to take this kick. Good long kick on him, but only as towards Inns. Inns just chips the ball forwards. Comes towards Wakely. Good touch by the centre back. Now goes past Watkins. Plays it on the far hand side. Well spotted by Wells. He just boots the ball forwards, and that'll go all the way through to the goalkeeper, Watch. And Watch just urged just to drop the ball and play it slower. Plays a long ball out. Looking for Onwuachu. It's come in between all of them. Wells comes across, wins the header. It's still in play, hooked away by Webb. Only finds a substitute Kimber. Kimber with the ball forwards. And it's come out here towards Breed. Breed finds Medway. Medway turns back towards Wakely. Wakely plays it across here to Saunders. Good bit of spell of possession football here by Gosport Boro. And as soon as I say that, they bump the ball forwards, and it's headed away by Inns towards Matt Lynch. Lynch has the ball inside his own half, runs with it. Travels 15-20 yards, finds Nathan Webb. Webb urged to go forwards. Now finds Dobson on this far hand side. Dobson finally goes past Page. Gets down to the byline, crosses it hard and low. And it's come off the foot of a player. Comes through towards Watkins, trying to find Togwell. Hooked away though by Mason, only as far as Jackman. Jackman's header hits Kimber. Kimber plays it forwards, and it'll come through to Sinclair. Good touch by him. Just runs into two Slough players though. Slough won the ball back via Lynch in towards Smart. Smart plays it in towards Wells. Finds Dobson. Dobson turns, runs with the ball in towards Williams. Williams does well to hold it up. Now finds Brad Watkins. Watkins 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He makes it 2! Does Brad Watkins on 34 minutes. Great little play there by Manny Williams. And Watkins was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, waited for the goalkeeper to come out, and then just chipped it over the top of him. And Slough have a 2-goal lead here at Arbour Park. Both goals coming to Brad Watkins.
The second goal for Slough Town, and his second goal of the evening.
Don't worry, we're still here. So don't forget, if you do want to get in contact with us, you can contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. Or if you are listening via the YouTube, then there is a little comments thing there, and you can just come through, and some people are already on there chatting away. Who else have we got on there today? Darren Alex, who scored? Brad Watkins got 2. There you go. Good question. Fitzroy Brown's listening, and he replied the answer. I didn't even need to do anything. So there we go, that's it. So Brad Watkins with 2 now as it's Gosport Boro with the throw on the far hand side, taken by Medway inside his own half. Looks for Onwuachu. It comes through here towards Sinclair. Sinclair just runs out of play, does he? Yeah, he just got the ball caught in between his legs and runs out of play. And it'll be a throw to Slough on the halfway inside their own half on the far hand side. And it'll be Josh Jackman to take this throw for the Rebels. Looking for Watkins, beaten to the ball. It's come through here towards Mason. Mason finds Onwuachu, holds the ball up well. In towards Breed. Breed trying to find on the far hand side Mason, but Wells has come across. Chests it to his goalkeeper. Ball clearance by Turner. Comes to Onwuachu. Hits it first time. Oh, what a great goal that is! And Gosport Boro have got one back. It's Ifeanyi Onwuachu. And he's hit that from fully 25 yards. It's a cracking goal. And a poor clearance by Jack Turner straight to Onwuachu, And he's absolutely hammered that and passed a despairing dive of Jack Turner. It's Slough 2, Gosport Boro 1. And Slough have the kick-off, taken quickly here on the far hand side towards Chapman. Chapman plays the ball forwards. Page wins the ball for Gosport, finds Mason. Mason swaps sides here and playing on the right hand side now, trying to find Onwachu. Beaten to the ball by Smart, but Kimber plays it on the far hand side here, looking for Miller. My apologies, it's Miller it's looking for, but Miller is offside, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. And that goal coming on the 36th minute, so got about 9 minutes left. And it's Turner with this ball played forwards. Comes off the head of Saunders. Dobson will try and get there first for the Rebels. Keeps the ball in on that far hand side, right by the corner flag. Has two players. Oh, goes past two players easily. Gets to the byline. Still has the ball. Still running with it. Gets right in there. Chips it backwards. It hits Watch on the hand. Wakely clears. Watkins is down for Slough. When Watch tries to hold the ball up, but and then Nathan Smart plays it all the way across Turner. Turner comes to a different side. But Gosport didn't have anyone else up there, and Jack Turner has time to get the ball back here and has it at his feet. Then fires it on this near hand side, looking for Wells. Wells does well to keep it in, does he? No, he doesn't. Goes out of play for a throw. And Slough just sitting on their, just sitting around, not fussed with defending properly. And that is a cracking strike by Ifiani Onwachu, who fired that goal in to give a goal back for Gosport. But they still 2-1 down here. But ball played forwards by Page, front by Wells to Togwell. Togwell's ball flicked on by Inns, but only as far as Wakely. Wakely plays it into the path of Medway. Medway looking up, trying to find Sinclair. Sinclair comes and wins it. Keeps it in on the far hand side towards Miller. Miller back towards Medway. Does look like Mason and Miller have swapped sides here for Gosport Boro. Ball's here with the centre back Wakely. And he goes back to his goalkeeper Watch, back towards Wakely. Wakely under pressure from Williams, back towards the goalkeeper. Now Williams trying to chase it down and forces Watch to clear quickly. Up to Onwachu, does well to flick the ball on. Jackman has to cheese, but he's played it into Mason. Mason comes across the box. And that is a really good challenge by George Wells after a mistake by Josh Jackman. Wells plays it forward looking for Watkins. Watkins takes it on his chest. Keeps the ball in. Finds Nathan Webb. Webb in towards Dobson. Dobson, he's nutmegs Saunders, and then it's falls to Williams, but it's cleared by Wakely. And Slough are causing themselves more problems than Gosport Boro. Ball's here with Nathan Webb. Finds Wells. Wells in towards Nathan Smart. Smart spreads it to Jackman. Jackman with that ball across his own box that almost gifted a chance to Mason, but Wells with a good challenge. Ball back here with Jackman inside his own half. Chips it forward, trying to find Dobson. Dobson cuts inside from the right hand side now, still running with the ball. Finds Manny Williams. Williams gets to the byline. Chips it first time, looking for. He doesn't need to because he's gone and scored himself. Manny Williams has a third for Slough from a really difficult angle. He was running towards the byline on the edge of the 18-yard box and just chips it in. I think it was a cross. It's gone over the head of everyone. And on 40 millions. Slough now lead 3-1 here. And it's Manny Williams with that goal. He gets a warm round of applause from the Slough fans here this evening. And it gives Slough a 3-1 lead. And Slough just a little... It's quickly taken by Onwachu. Onwachu gives it to Kimber. Kimber playing on the far hand side looking for Miller, but it's just gone out of play. And it will be a throw to Slough, halfway inside their own half. And it's going to be Josh Jackman that will take this throw in towards Lench. Lench spreads it here towards Nathan Smart. Smart brings it in towards Togwell. Togwell bringing the ball forward. Finds Dobson again. Dobson on this left hand side. Chips it first time. Hooked clear though by Wakely, looking for Onwachu, one by Inns on the halfway line. Plays a lovely ball out here towards Lench. Lench on the right hand side, has the ball up against Medway. Still holds the ball up. Medway slips. It gives Lench a chance to play it forwards. Only as far as Jackman though. Jackman looks up, crosses first time, looking for Williams. Williams glances a header, but it's wide of the goal and out for a goal kick. And Dominic Ashford's listening in California. Good evening. I suppose it's good morning or whatever. But apparently it's sunny, and that's always what we like, is when someone rubs it in and says that they're listening somewhere sunny. It's Watch with the clearance, headed away though by Inns, finding Watkins. Watkins flicks in towards Williams. Williams has got Lynch on the far hand side. Just pushed him a little bit wide. Lynch has the ball though. Cuts back inside, up against Medway, trying to look for an option to try and cross. He hits it straight up Medway. It'll go. It's still in play. Just Jackman keeps it in. It comes through towards Kimber. Kimber with the ball forwards, only as far as Nathan Webb. Webb on the edge of the box, plays it in. Hooked away by Saunders, bounces around and Bree can clear for Gosport. Up to Onwashu. He does really well holding the ball up, does the young man, but Nathan Smart's a bit older and wiser and wins the ball. Then runs down to the left forward position, still with the ball at his feet. He's got two players with him. Crosses it in, but that's an easy catch. My apologies there for the goalkeeper. Watch. Good evening to Peter Jewell, who's listening as well. And it's played here forwards for Onwashu. Flicks the ball on, but only finds Wells. Wells with the ball forwards, finding Togwell inside the centre circle. Togwell towards Williams, back towards Togwell. Feds it on here to Watkins. Watkins on the edge of the box. Holds the ball up well, finds Dobson. Dobson will try to put it onto his left foot. Chips it in, looking for a Slough player. Hooked clear by Breed, only as far as Watkins. Watkins trying to back out in towards George Wells, but he's missed the ball. Comes up here to Onwashu. Onwashu holds the ball up well. Really good play by him. Still has the ball. Shakes off the challenger Nathan Webb. Chips it forwards, but unfortunately is out of play, and a throw to the Rebels. Quickly taken by George Wells. Wells with the ball towards Nathan Smart. Smart plays it across here towards Jackman. Jackman 10 yards inside his own half, looking for the run of Lynch. Lynch has got behind Medway here, and Lynch will keep the ball in by the corner flag. Up against Medway, tries to play it off him. He wins a corner on that far hand side. Half time is Biggleswade 0, St Ives 1. We'll just wait for looks like Lynch is going to go across to take the corner on this far hand side. We'll give you the half time scores as well. It's going to be Lynch with this corner. It'll be an out-swinging corner for the Rebels. And Lynch, the player with it, just plays it in towards Williams. Williams coming near post. Ball bounces around in the box. Into Inns. He just didn't realise the ball was there. Hooked clear in the end by Mason. Comes up towards Sinclair, but watched by Jack when he plays it back to the goalkeeper, Turner. And Turner can play the ball forward. So looking for Watkins. Watkins chests it down in towards Togwell. Togwell almost playing left back. Gives it to Watkins. Watkins comes down this left-hand side. Back in towards Dobson. Dobson into the edge. Gets inside. Hits it with some power. It's taken a deflection off Saunders and out for another corner to Slough. And it's quite confusing because Nathan Webb's getting instructions from the manager. Sometimes he's got to be on the 18-yard box, and he hasn't. Lynch. Be 1 minute of added time here. We've got we're into the 44th minute as it is. It's Lynch with this corner for Slough. Whips it into the far post, headed by Inns across goal. It will stay in play. Well, it is kept in play by Lynch. Lynch hits it with some pace. Comes off the head of Saunders. It's out for another corner. No, the referee has said it come off a Slough play. It's out for a goal kick. Well, I thought that came off the head of Saunders there, but there you go. It's a goal kick. And it will be Watch to take it. And Watch just waiting for his players to get back upfield a little bit. And it is Watch. Long kick by him. Trying to find Miller on the far hand side. He can't win it. It's gone all the way out of play for a throw to Slough. On the far hand side, 10 yards inside their own half. Josh Jackman will be the player who goes across to take this. Quick throw by him, trying to find Watkins. Headed away by Wakely, only as far as Jackman. Jackman hooks the ball behind him, trying to find Watkins. Medway's there first, heads the ball out of play, and it's a throw this time about 10 yards inside the Gosport Boro half. And again, it's going to be throw by Jackman in towards Lynch. Lynch finds Wells. Wells under pressure, trying to turn, and just as he tries to turn, the referee blows up. It's actually blowed up 14 seconds early. But there you go. It's half time here at Arbour Park. It's Slough 3, Gosport Boro 1. And The goals coming for Brad Watkins on 14 minutes. His second and Slough second on 34. Quick equaliser for Gosport Boro by on Wachu with a cracking goal on 36. And then Manny Williams with the third for Slough on 40 minutes. Gives Slough a 3-1 lead here at half time. We will try and find the half time scores. And we were just going to a little appeal out here because I know that a lot of you listen. But one of our fans, who's also a St Ives fan, Graham Tompkins, he wants to know what app he needs to load to listen to it because his YouTube one says it's out of date. So if you're of a technological mind, because anyone who's listened to Rebels Radio before knows that I have absolutely useless technology-wise. If you tweet me with the app that you use or how you've done it to listen to this on your phone, it's very confusing. I don't even know what I'm talking. So you listen to it on your phone, there's an app for it. If you could tell me what that app is specifically, so that I can then tell Graham, and hopefully he can listen in on his phone rather than have to get his computer out, because he's supposed to be at work and he's supposed to be working, but we won't say that just in case his boss is listening. So we'll try and give you the half-time score. So anyone out there that's technologically thingy, just put it on Twitter and I'll share it, because I haven't got a clue what else to do, to be honest. Just about the limit of my technological skills is to actually share something on Twitter, but there you go. So just a reminder that on Saturday, Slough away to Kidlington in the FA Trophy as a supporters coach leaves St Joseph's School at 1 o'clock. It's £15. Also the Gainsborough Trinity coach will leave at 10 o'clock. Now there isn't a price at the moment, because what we would really like is if you have a business, or you know, or you work for a business in Slough. It doesn't have to be in Slough, but we are looking for someone to, or a company to help with the travel costs to Gainsborough Trinity, so we can take as many fans as possible, and we want to try and get the price down as low as possible. So if you are a business owner, or you work for a business, and you'd be like, you know what, I could do that, we will give you loads of advertisement as well. We'll make sure that you're all plastered over the Supporters Trust. We will say that you're the partners of whatever. But if you are interested, please go to the Slough Town Supporters Trust website, which is sloughtown-supporterstrust.co.uk, and just go on there. And if you get in contact, we would really like someone to help just sponsor a little bit of the travel, so that we can lower the price and get as many people going to Gainsborough Trinity as possible. So if you are out there, that's another appeal that we've done. That's great, brilliant. So everything else, just a reminder that because of we've never been to Kidlington before, we're not sure what their setup is. There may not be a broadcast from us on Saturday if there's no power. And also the Gainsborough Trinity one is, again, because it's the FA Cup, you have to get permission from the BBC, I believe. And we're not sure if we're going to have permission to do that, but we will keep you updated on Twitter to see if there's a way of doing it and stuff like that. And our friends at FC Video says there is a YouTube app. I think he's got one, but it says this is out of date, so maybe he just needs to turn it off. And do you have to delete it and then reinstall it or something? I don't know. There you go. But thanks to FC Video for that one. Let's just see if we can find you some half-time scores from around. Let's just see if we can see what's going on here. Trying to find some half-time scores for you. Let's see if we can see what we can find. I don't normally, I wouldn't normally read this out, but something quite funny just come up on Twitter. It's from a guy called Anthony Rollo. He said, Liverpool should act now and sign Koeman. He would be our best centre-half by a country mile. I thought that is very clever. Not from me even. What a surprise. Let's see if we can find these half-time scores for you. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at what we can find. So let's have a look and see the half-time scores for you from the Evo-Stick Southern Premier League. It's Banbury 1, Chesham 1, Basingstoke 0, Dorchester 0, Biggleswade 0, St Ives 1, Kings Lynn 2, Bishop Stortford 1, Kings Langley 1, Dunstable 0, Merthyr 1, Stratford 1, Redditch 0, Kettering 0, Royston 0, Farnborough 2, St Neots 0, Hitchin 0, Tiverton 1, Hereford 2, and Weymouth 0, Frome 1. Would you like those half-time scores?
Half-times in the Evo Stick.
There you go, I can't turn it off now.
Banbury United 1, Cheshire United 1, Basingstoke Town 1.
Just got the stadium announcer standing behind us.
Biggleswade Town.
We'll just keep that on there because he can't. His eyes are a bit poor.
Kings Lynn Town 2, Bishop Stortford 1, Kings Langley 1, Dunstable Town 0, Merthyr Town 1, Stratford Town 1, British Town 0,
in the Vanarama Conference North, it's Gosport. Let's go. Gainsborough Trinity 1, AFC Telford 2.
Hitchin Town 0,
Where is he?
Tiverton Town 1, Hereford Town 2.
We'll just wait for him because he's reading it off my page.
Frome Town 1, and a correction to tonight's earlier announcement.
There you go.
Slough Town 3, Gosport Boro 1.
There you go. So I don't know what you got wrong there, but there you go. Those. So the Vanarama North, it is Gainsborough 1. Tonight's attendance is 678. So thank everyone for coming down, especially the Gosport fans who have come down on a cold Tuesday evening. They've been singing behind the goal. And what do people keep writing on my piece of paper? I don't know what's going on. The trouble is when you give people a crayon and then they. Hello to Steve Easterbrook, who's apparently listening in Colombia. We won't ask what he's doing in Colombia. Shh, keep it quiet. Don't tell anyone. So good evening to Steve Easterbrook, who's listening in Colombia. Well, Steve, we can't wait for you to come back. We need someone to fill the bar up, basically. There you go. So those are the things. I think you're going to see a half-time substitution for the Rebels. But I will confirm that in a second. We'll just wait for that to be confirmed by the referee. There's a penalty shootout going on, and normally I would commentate and take the mickey, but they're all young girls, and we always like to encourage football in the community, so we're not going to take the mickey out of people tonight, which is a first for us here. So there you go. There you go. So if you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, my name is Aid, and you can tweet us. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or you can do it via the comments page on the YouTubey thingamajiggy if you're listening to it. Supernan says to try and solve Graham's problem, go to the Slough Town website and click on Rebels Radio. That's how they've said it. So there you go. So all this expert Onwachu, I think his name is. Yeah.
You pick an easy one.
Yes, I know. You could have got an easy goal scorer tonight. Can we? Our stadium announcer just having some problems with the name of the Gosport Borough goal scorer, and a couple of Slough players are already out for the second half. So just waiting. Some of the Slough players just coming back out now. Where's me little ting? There, I just let me stopwatch running. Played 54 minutes. There you go. So yeah, some of the Slough players are out for the second half, and a little penalty kick competition going on the pitch here at half time. I would guess by the judging of that the substitution for Slough will be Simon Dunn on for Nathan Webb, but we'll wait for that to be confirmed. So also, if you are we know that not all of you can come to games and you all live far away, but the Rebels are still in your heart. Yeah, 36. If you wanted to help the club, then you can do something called the 500 Club. So if you do go onto the Slough Town website, there's a bit there that says 500 Club. And basically what we do is we take money out of your account each month and spend it wildly. No, sorry. Apparently, no, that's not what we do. What it is, it's £5 a month, and basically what that does, it enters in you into a draw. Oh, I'd love a cup of tea. One sugar, please.
Or do you want a beer?
No beer, not while I'm working. Sorry, just offering a cup of tea. So the 500 Club is basically £5 a month comes out of your bank account. You get put into a big drawer each month, And the top 3 prizes, the first prize for the last month was 260 quid, and then the others were 120 and 120. So the money that you do, half of it goes towards the prize money, and half of it goes to the football club. So if you are listening from afar and you can't always get to Slough games, but Slough, you still want to give something back to Slough, this is £5 a month, so 60 quid a year, works out, my maths isn't fantastic, I haven't got a calculator with me, but it's about 38p a day, I think, something silly like that. Someone will work it out. But whatever that is, if you can afford that 38p a day, then why not join the 500 club? You'll be helping the football club, and I know some of you come from afar and you can't always get to Slough, and that's a way that you can help support our great club here. So we're a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. Some of the other games would have kicked off a little bit earlier. And the half-time penalty shootout has finished. And still some kids out on the pitch. And who else is coming out? There's quite a few people out on the pitch at the moment. The only thing there isn't is some players from both sides. So there you go. So Hereford were 2-1 up at their game at Tiverton. Weymouth were losing. Kings Lynn were winning. And Kettering were drawing 0-0. If it stays like that, that means that Slough will still be top of the table. Let's just watch some of the Slough players just go through a little bit of a routine. It does definitely looks like Simon Dunn will be coming on for the second half. And I am just waiting for, just as the Gosport players come out, I will confirm that substitution once it has been made. So tonight's attendance was 678. Not bad on a night when there's the Caribou Cup or whatever it's called going on. And there's some of that on TV. So it's good that 678 have come out on a bit of a chilly night to support the Rebels. And don't forget, you will be able to see clips and highlights of the goals and of tonight's actions from our good friends at FC Video. So those clips, the goal clips normally come on. There'll be a substitution for Gosport Boro as well. We are just waiting for an official to come out so that we can confirm these substitutions. Because that is all we're waiting for. We are just waiting for the officials to come out. So the first substitution is, as we said, Nathan Webb off and Simon Dunn is on. And then we've got a substitution for Gosport, which is number 15, Kurt Watts on. But we just haven't had a board to know who's gone off. So we're just trying to, just give me a second while I run through the players. It's number 11, Dale Mason. So Dale Mason off, Kurt Watts on. That's the substitution for Gosport. And the Rebels is Simon Dunn for Nathan Webb. So those are the half-time substitutions here at Arbour Park. Do excuse me, I'm having a bit of a frog in my throat today. And we would like to apologise for Saturday's broadcast at Kettering. Basically what it is, when a place doesn't have power, we have a power pack. Unfortunately that power pack makes a little bit of a noise because it overheats and has a fan going on it. Unfortunately we were sat right by the Kettering directors and their match sponsors, and in terms of just trying to keep in the peace between the two clubs, it was easier to just turn it off and not broadcast on Saturday rather than cause any trouble. So that's why we had to turn off on Saturday. So the kick-off starts and Slough have the kick-off. They're going from left to right. Ball here with Jackman in towards Lynch. On Washu already running around. Bumps into Lynch, but Lynch finds Jackman with the ball. Thank you very much. Oh, and a sausage. Oh, you were spoiling us. And Slough have the ball here on the far hand side. I've got a sausage in front of me. Ball here with Turner. Turner plays it in looking for Lynch. Lynch takes it on his chest on this near hand side. Forced back by Medway, only towards Jackman. Jackman in towards Dunn. Dunn gets his first touch of the ball after getting injured at St Neots. Cross to Smart, in towards George Wells. Wells cuts inside with the ball here at his feet. Looking for Lynch on the far hand side. Medway will header that ball away, only as far as Togwell. And Togwell in towards Jackman. Will play it back to Alan Inns, who's captain this evening. And Inns plays it in towards Lynch on the halfway line. Turns, chipping the ball on the far hand side, looking for Dobson. Oh, mistake by Page, and Dobson just didn't read the fact, excuse me, that Page wasn't going to get to the ball. And it went out of play for Fraser Gosport. Professional radio here as we eat a sausage while on air. Throw comes in from Gosport. It's going to go all the way out of play and out for a throw to Slough on the halfway line. Taken quickly by Nathan Smart, who finds Inns. Inns in towards Jackman. Jackman just coming up to the halfway line here for Slough. Turns, plays it in towards Dunn. Dunn drops deep back towards Jackman. Jackman in towards Williams. Williams can turn, bit of space, and finds Nathan Smart. Smart being urged to bring the ball forwards here. Travels a few yards in towards George Wells. Wells back towards Smart. In towards Dobson. So now just keeping the ball with a little bit of one-touch passing here towards Dunn. Dunn in towards Williams. Williams just takes a touch, keeps hold of the ball, but it will come through here towards Togwell. Togwell on that left-hand side. Finds Dobson. 1-2 with Togwell. And it's cleared in the end, though, by the substitute Kimber, and it comes out here towards Josh Chapman. I can't see now because people are standing in the way. And there's a cross comes in, and people just standing in the way. I can't see what happened, but the goalkeeper caught the ball. There you go. Oh, now they've moved. There you go. The Gosport fans in the far corner making a lot of noise. Medway under pressure from Lenge. Ball played in. Togwell wins it for Slough. Finds Jackman. Jackman towards Dunn. Dunn under pressure from the substitute Kimber. Plays it in and goes to Jackman. Jackman finds Watkins, and it's missed by a couple of Slough players. Ball comes through to Onwachu, scorer of the goal for Gosport Borough. Just overruns the ball, and it's won back here by Watkins. Watkins holds off. Plays the ball here towards Lenge. Lenge urged to run down the right wing. Up against Medway. Goes towards the corner flag. Turns. Comes back on himself. In towards Dobson. Dobson will find Lynch. Back towards Dobson. Dobson in towards Josh Chapman. Chapman finds Dunn. Dunn plays the ball inside to Watkins. Watkins plays it to Lynch. Lynch with a first time cross all the way through across the 6-yard box. And it comes out on the far hand side to Miller of Gosport. Plays it forwards only as far as Smart. Smart just runs Onwuchu off the ball. In fact, Onwuchu is judged to have fouled, and it's a free kick, which they'll take quickly with Togwell in towards Williams. Going to try and find Wells down this left-hand side. It's offside, though, against Williams, I think, and it's a free kick to Gosport Borough. My thanks to Warren Carter, otherwise known as Brighton Rebel, for a cup of tea and a sausage. And have you missed? I know you got the subs, didn't you? They made 2-1 for us. As ball down the line by Watch, headed on by Wells, goes straight out of play. And it's a throw to Gosport Borough, halfway inside their own half. They've got a small band of about 10 fans who have been in that one position, currently behind the goal that their team are attacking. They've just been singing all game. As the ball play forward here to Onwachu. Onwachu tries to take a touch. George Wells comes across to shield it out, and shielded it out well. And it's a throw to Slough on that far hand side. We will try and keep you up to date with goals from around the grounds. Ball's come here. It's won back here by the substitute Kimber, but it's been won back by Togwell for Slough. In towards Dobson. Dobson on the far hand side, trying to run at the defence. Plays it forwards, but Kimber cuts it out. In towards Breed. Breed finds Sinclair. Sinclair can turn, holds the ball up well. Back towards Breed, in towards Miller on a halfway line here. Breed turns, looking to play it to the substitute Watts. Headed away well by Jackman, and it'll come to Williams. Williams with a touch in towards Dunn. Finds Lynch, and Gosport Borough trying to chase the Slough down. Good triangle play football by Slough. Williams towards Lynch. Lazy ball by Lynch, finds Jackman. In towards Williams. Williams in towards Togwell inside that centre circle. Plays it in towards Wells on the far hand side. Wells cuts inside. Still has the ball at his feet. Then ships it into the path of Jackman. Bit too close for the substitute Watts. And Watts wins it back. Ball played through. On Watches on side. Will keep the ball in down this left hand side. Matt Lynch comes across. Evades the challenge though. Does on Watches. Still has the ball here at his feet. Crosses. Comes all the way through. But Nathan Smart smashes that ball away for Slough. Only as far as Saunders. Saunders with the header. But he finds Wells, and Wells will play it out here towards James Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson will now run at the Gosport defence. In front of him's Page. He finds Watkins. Watkins gets the cross in. Oh, it's been deflected, and then it's cleared by Kimber, and finds Miller. Miller inside his own half. Has plenty of time to turn, trying to play the ball in towards the substitute Watts. It's won back by Breed. Breed finds Watts. He's played it forward, looking for the run of Sinclair, but Wells is there for Slough and plays it back towards his goalkeeper Turner. And Turner just kicks it straight out of play because there's an injury here to Alan Innes, the captain of Slough. And Innes has just gone down. Looks like he's holding his thigh, I think. As I've only just started stirring the tea and realised that I've been stirring it with a cable tie and there's an actual little spoon in it which I didn't see. Apologies there. So I'm just going to have a quick cup of tea while Alan Innes gets some treatment. I will come through and find some latest scores for you while Innes is getting treatment. Let's see what we can find for you. Let's just see. It's still 2-1 to Hereford. St Neots are 1-0 up against Hitchin. Burnham 0, Windsor 0 for all of you liking that. Maidenhead are leading 3-2. Inns is still down, getting some treatment on that far hand side. Let's have a look. And it's like Slough just make. I think they just check in to see how bad Inns is before they make a decision. Doesn't look like there's any other goals at the moment apart from St Neots have scored against Hitchin. Inns is coming off. I think Togwell's just been told to sit in as centre back or right back for a moment. I think Josh Jackman has gone centre back and Togwell's gone right back just while they just see how badly injured he is. But we'll keep an eye on Inns, whether he's going to come back on. He seems to be okay at the moment. Just depends whether they want to. And Gosport player play the ball back, and the management just making sure that Alan Inns is okay to come back on, and he's fine. He does come back on to Slough back to 11. And I think Inns is just going to try and run that one off. The game will restart with a goal kick to Slough. And Slough will warm up a couple of substitutes. And it will be Turner to take this goal kick. Turner with a long kick. Looking for Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson does well to flick the ball on. Finds Williams. Williams holds the ball up here for Slough. Hits it straight at Breed and it will come out here to Wells. Wells brings the ball forward. 10 yards inside the Gosport Boro half. Turns, slows it, plays back in towards Williams. Chips it forward, looking for the run of Watkins. Watkins plays back into Dobson. Shoots first time. It's hit the crossbar and saved by Watch. Ball still bouncing around and in the end it's hooked clear. It was Dobson with a shot from the edge of the box. It bounced in front of the goalkeeper. He pushed it onto the bar. And it's been cleared for a throw to Slough with Josh Jackman in towards Togwell. Togwell finds Inns. Inns runs and plays it across towards Nathan Smart. Smart brings the ball forward to the halfway line. Finds George Wells on that far hand side. Wells looks up. Back in towards Dobson. Towards Wells. Now just being forced back a little bit here. And it's back with Smart. Up towards Wells. Lack of noise from the Slough fans on the behind the goal. Dawson plays the ball, gets a lucky ricochet, and now can burst down this left-hand side. Looking to cross first time. Plays on the cross. Whoa! So Lenshu gets the shot, and he just guided it, and it's a save again by the goalkeeper Wash. Another good save, and it's been cleared by Gosport Borough. Slough have the ball though back with Josh Jackman. Finds Dunn. Dunn finds Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson level with the 18-yard box. Is offside. It's out of play for it's a free kick for that offside decision. 10 minutes of this second half gone. I think we're going to see a substitution for Slough. We're just going to see who it is that's going to come off. I got the funny feeling that Slough are going to take Inns off. That is, Alan Inns is the player coming off, and coming on is Sean Fraser. So Fraser will replace Alan Inns. Inns just picked up that little bit of injury. I don't think the Slough players, the management team, wanted to risk any further injury to him. So and Sean Fraser will come in. Looks like Togwell's going to play centre back alongside Nathan Smart, and Sean Fraser will go into a central midfield position. So 11 minutes gone of this second half. It's still the same score. It's still Slough 3, Gosport Boro 1. And the game will restart with this free kick to be taken by Lewis Watch. And big long kick looked for Onwachu. He played the ball onto the far hand side to Miller. Comes off Nathan Smart last. It'll be throw to Gosport Boro. Level with the 18-yard box of Slough. It's going to be Page that will take this throw. Finds Sinclair. Sinclair just pushed off the ball and it comes out here towards Dobson. Dobson looks up, trying to find the run of Brad Watkins. Oh, it's over the head. Watkins is in on the first time. He's on his hat-trick. He shoots. Oh, he's just wide of the goal. And he was on for his second hat-trick of the season, was Brad Watkins. And he's added to his 5 goals that he's already scored for Slough. He's up to 7. Williams is on 6 now, as the ball's played forward by Medway. Flicked on well by Watts, trying to find Onwachu. Watch trying to find Sinclair. Good play, but Sinclair had just strayed into an offside position. So now take the free kick quickly and find Fraser. Now find Dobson on that left-hand side. Dobson has the ball at his feet. Chips it to the far-hand side where he's looking for Lynch. Lynch takes it on his chest. Plays it down the line looking for Williams. Williams will try and keep the ball in. Does well by that byline and finds the ball back here towards Lynch. Lynch chips it in. It comes off the foot of Medway. Or Medway slips and poor ball by him. It's going to be kept in by Williams. Williams does well by the byline. Still has the ball. Keeps it across the line. It's going to come out towards Dobson. Will he shoot? Oh, it's blocked on the line. What a block that is. And I will tell you who that is. That is Harry Medway with the block. That is one of the best bits of defending you will ever see. Dobson fired that in from about 10 yards. He hit really hard. Medway slid in, put his legs on the line, and it's gone wide and out for a corner. That is some of the best defending you will ever see. Save of the blooming century. Definitely. It's going to be a corner though for Slough. Lynch will take it on that far hand side. Plays it deep, looking for Dobson, rises up, headed off the line. This time, but I think it was Watts in the end. No, sorry, Page it was in the end. My apologies. Page with the clearance off the line. Ball still bouncing around. Mistake by Gosport, but it's hooked clear in the end by Saunders. And it goes all the way out of play. And Slough can't believe that they haven't added to that score. 2 fantastic blocks. Headed off the line there by Page, but that block from Medway, when you see the clips of that one later, that is a hell of a block. So throw to Slough. Chapman just being told to go back a little bit here. Quick throw by him, finds Lynch back towards Chapman, chipping the ball forwards. Page is underneath it for Gosport. Heads it almost into the path of Dobson. Dobson's adjudged to have handballed that one, and it will be a free kick to Gosport Boro. And Slough will just can't believe that they haven't scored another goal here in this second half. Ball played forwards here, headed away by Togwell. A break here for Lynch. Lynch inside his own half, halfway inside. Evades the challenge of Onwachu and plays it out here towards Togwell. Togwell now playing centre back. In towards Nathan Smart. He finds Wells. Wells down the line for Dobson. Dobson has the ball on the halfway line. Just forced to go back towards Nathan Smart. And Smart spreads it here towards Josh Chapman. Chapman with the ball down the field to Watkins. Watkins in towards Lynch. Lynch takes a touch, goes inside, goes past 2 players, still has the ball at his feet. Finds Fraser. Fraser will give the ball out towards Wells, just inside the Gosport Boro half. Just evades a challenge in towards Fraser, back towards Wells. In towards Fraser, who's bringing the ball forwards here. Comes over, just overruns it And it's Breed who gets the ball, plays it in towards Watts, but gets a little clip there by Manny Williams. It's a free kick to Gosport Boro. 15 minutes gone of the second half. And it will be a free kick to be taken by the captain, Saunders. And Saunders just looking to chip that ball forwards. Looking for Onwatchu, beaten to the ball by Togwell, but it falls kindly here towards Watts. Back to Onwatchu, but well spotted by Togwell, who can clear and finds Brad Watkins. Watkins has the ball at his feet, holds the ball up well, still got the ball, still going. Plays it off Wakely for a throw to Slough on the halfway line. And good, solid centre forward play there by Brad Watkins. The referee just explaining that Slough need to come back, and Jackman in the right place to take this throw. Jackman just waiting for an option. And throws it forwards, looking for Watkins. Watkins flicks the ball on, trying to find Manny Williams. Williams up against Quick. Williams is adjudged to have shouldered Kimber off the ball. And you must have got the two smallest players on the pitch there. And the referee says it's a free kick to Gosport Boro. And it's just on the edge of the sideline of the 18-yard box, inside the Gosport Boro half. And it's Watch who takes it, hits it straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And disappointing from the goalkeeper, who's made some good saves tonight. Quick throw by Slough, finds Williams. Williams will play it out here towards Dobson. Dobson has the ball on the 18 yard, shoots, it's blocked by Page, it goes out of play for a corner to Slough. And Slough fans just not making much noise behind that goal this evening, the second half. And it's going to be an in-swinging corner to be taken by Matt Lynch. So Lynch with this corner. Slough sent forwards Nathan Smart. Plays all the way through. Comes through to Togwell. Oh, he just can't get it at the far post. It's gone out of play. And it's gone out for a goal kick. And just wait for that. So while we're waiting for that goal kick to come in, let's see if we can find some more scores from around the grounds for you. We're going to see a third and final substitution for Gosport Boro. Coming off is Ethan Miller. Coming on is number 16, Billy Connor. So that's a Billy Connor on for Ethan Miller. Let's see if we can find you some scores from other games. Okay, so we played about 18 minutes of the second half, so scores with an hour gone in the Evo-Stick Southern Premier. Banbury 1, Chesham 1, Basingstoke 1, Dorchester 0, Biggleswade Nielsen Ives 1, Kings Lynn 2, Bishop Stortford 1, Kings Langley 1, Dunstable 0, Merthyr 1, Stratford 1, Redditch 0, Kettering 0, Royston 0, Farnborough 2, St Neots 1, Hitchin 0, Tiverton 1, Hereford 2, and Weymouth 0, Frome 1. So now have the ball here with Lynch. Just runs into a bit of trouble. Still has the ball. Wins a free kick off Onwatchu for a foul onside the centre circle. And Slough trying to take it quickly. Take it quickly with Fraser. Fraser here towards Jackman. Jackman towards Lynch. Lynch can turn. Has the ball. Slough go all the way back towards Togwell, now playing centre back for the Rebels. In towards Jackman, finds Lynch. Lynch takes the ball in his stride in towards Watkins. So now just keeping possession of the ball here with Jackman. Looking to play on the far hand side is to find Dobson. He's got Wells behind him if he needs him. Chips it in first time, headed away by Saunders. Edge of the box is Kimber, heads it back towards his own goal. Williams gets there first for Slough. Finds Dobson. Dobson has to just go a little bit wide to get to the ball. Trying to chip it through and run past, but it goes through to the goalkeeper. Watch, and he has the ball in his hands, and we'll just be grateful for a little bit of time to kill the ball. Long kick down the field by him. Nathan Smart is underneath it for Slough. He's trying to see the ball out, and Onwatchu chases it down, but it is out for a throw to the Rebels deep inside their own half. And it's going to be a throw on the far hand side to Slough, taken by Smart. Throws the ball in, looking for Watkins. Watkins heads the ball into the path of Dobson. Dobson on the halfway line, still has the ball at his feet, still running with it, still has the ball, keeps going, goes past another, still has the ball, still runs with it, he just loses it, but trying to win it back is Lynch. Lynch does win the ball back with now Fraser in towards Jackman. Down the line towards Dobson, who's appeared on the right-hand side, up against Medway. In towards Dobson, crosses in first time, in towards Fraser, leaves it to Lench. Lench into Fraser here now, and it comes out here towards Wells. Wells takes a heavy touch, just overruns it. It's hooked clear in the end there by Sinclair. And it'll go all the way out of play for a throw to Slough on the far-hand side. Quick throw taken by Slough towards Fraser. Fraser to Togwell on the edge of his 18-yard box. Then gives it to Jackman. Jackman with a bit of space, but he's chased down here by the substitute Connor. Back in towards Togwell. Now finds Dunn. Dunn with a bit of space to try and turn. Brings the ball out 10-15 yards. It's got Fraser on that far-hand side. Got Wells on the outside if he can find him. Finds Wells. Wells just has to cut inside. Back towards Fraser. Fraser will find Dunn. Dunn's got a bit of space here now to try and counter the magic. Finds Dobson. In towards Lench. Hooked clear by Saunders and finds Connor. Connor can try and turn. Has the ball here. Up against Jackman. Connor trying to turn into the 18 centre circle. Overruns it, but gets it here. But then one back by Brad Watkins and then finds Lench. Lench cuts inside. Finds Fraser. Fraser can bring the ball forwards here towards Dobson. Dobson's got Sinclair with him and it just slows his run down in towards Wells. Wells trying to turn against Page. Back towards Dobson to Wells. Now keeping the ball well on that far hand side. Still in with Dobson. Dobson trying to find the run of Williams. Williams just turned. Makes a bit of space for himself. Now finds Lench on the edge of the box. Lench trying to create a position for himself. Instead gives it towards Dunn. Dunn plays it in towards Williams. Williams holds it up. Trying to find Dunn, but it's run through to Watch in the goal of Gosport. And he's just urging his team to go up the field. So Slough still with this 3-1 lead here. And it's up towards Onwashi. Does well to win the header on, but it's seen through to the goalkeeper Turner. And Turner will try and get Slough on the attack quickly. Trying to find Dobson. Underneath it is Page. Good header by the right back. Trying to find Onwashi. He leaves the ball. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell's got time to take it down on his chest. And chips the ball forward. Looking for Dobson. Headed away though by Breed. Comes on the far hand side to Sinclair. He finds Breed on the inside. Breed can look up and try and play the ball. Looking for the run of Onwashi. Just pushed wide by Nathan Smart. And then Nathan Smart stupidly pushes it in the back and gives Gosport a free kick. That is a cue for the small band of Gosport fans in the corner here to make a little bit of noise. They've got a free kick here, just literally on the edge of the 18-yard box, but about a yard back and a yard forward. And it looks like it's going to be Medway to take this free kick for Gosport. And referee's just waiting for everything correct. Two-man wall for the Rebels. Play it inside here towards Kimber. Kimber will take a ball in. Hooked clear by Lench. Looking for Williams. Williams up against Page. Williams will let the ball bounce. Takes a turn inside. Finds Fraser. Fraser trying to play it ball. It's fucked in. It's come off Dunn in towards the path of Watkins. Watkins gets to the edge of the box. Holds the ball up. Still has the ball at his feet. Finds Dobson. Dobson has the ball. Trying to shoot. Shoots right footed. It's deflected and it's gone wide for a corner to Slough. And they're just signalling that it will be Matt Lynch who will go across to take this corner. And it will be Lynch that's going to take this one. It's going to be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. Nathan Smart has gone forwards. Jackman's gone forwards as well for this one. And Lynch signals what he wants to do. Played in. It's gone all the way across everyone and Williams will try and chase it. It's going to be a throw to Slough. It's come off a Gosport head last in that clearance, and Williams has the ball. He's going to wait for Jackman to come across to take the throw. No Guy Hollis with his long throws tonight. He's away. And it is Jackman to take this throw for Slough. Finds Dunn. Dunn just opens his body up, makes a little bit of space. Runs with the ball. Shoots from distance. Oh, it's just wide of the goal there by Simon Dunn. But good chance there for him. And Slough will be disappointed not to have got another goal in this second half. They've been met with some very resilient defending by Gosport Borough this second half. As Watch with this goal kick, looking for Onwachi, beaten to the ball by Togwell, but it's come through in the centre towards Connor. Connor tries to turn, runs into Simon Dunn, and then Fraser wins it back, and Connor is adjudged to have fouled him, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. And the referee not happy where Slough are wanting to take that free kick. And they take it from the right place. Togwell towards Fraser. Fraser looks up and plays it on the outside towards Wells. Back in towards Fraser. To Dunn. To Williams. Back towards Fraser. Fraser will put it out here towards Chapman. He's got a bit of space here on this right hand side. Finds Lench. Lench inside towards Chapman. Chapman will chip it to the far post looking for Watkins. Watkins' header goes backwards instead of forwards. It will come through towards Fraser and he plays it towards Wells. Wells takes a touch inside. Still runs with the ball. Good play. Oh, he does a little turn. Lovely little trick there, but Gosport clear the ball. And Onwachu is up here against Jackman, but Jackman comes across and plays it off, and it's out for a throw to Gosport Boro. And it's going to be the left back Medway who produced the save of the season here earlier today. Plays it in here towards Watts, but Watts mistimes his ball and it's allowed Smart the chance to clear. Ball up towards Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up, finds a willing runner in Dobson. Dobson now just crossing the halfway line. Travel with the ball, 20-30 yards, still going down that left-hand side. Looks to cross it in first time. It's too close to Randy Williams. It's headed by Watts back across his own goal. In towards Williams. Williams just surges to get the ball. Has the ball, trying to go past a couple of players. Comes in towards Dunn. Ball hit out. It's going to come here towards Watts. Watts will take a touch. Hooks the ball clear. Only as far as Togwell. Takes it down on his chest well. Great play by Lee Togwell. Ball into the centre, but it's too far away from Fraser. And it's back here with the ball looking for Connor. Smart slides in to win the ball back. And Slough have it back here with Fraser. Fraser chips it out towards Lench. Lench back in towards Fraser. Fraser takes a touch on the centre circle. Looking for Williams. Oh, Williams does well. Turns Wakely. Has the ball. Trying to find Watkins. Watkins trying the goalkeeper again. He puts it in. It's his hat-trick! Brad Watkins! His second hat-trick of the season. And on 27 minutes of the second half. 72 minutes. Brad Watkins gets his hat-trick for the Rebels. And it's 4-1 to Slough. And it's a great bit of play by Manny Williams who put him through there. And Slough have a fourth here now. And Manny just being clapped, given a good clap there. That's a good round of applause from their management team, I think Slough are going to make a third and final substitution in a second. I would guess it's going to be Mark Nisbet who might come on, I'm not sure. Ball played in from the kick-off towards Medway. Medway to Wakely, back towards Medway. Medway looks down the field, looking for the run of Onwachu. Jackman misjudges it, and Onwachu can get there. Keeps the ball in by that corner flag. Still has the ball, looking for a bit of help. Help comes back from Medway. Medway has the ball, crosses first time. It's just gone over the head of Sinclair and goes out of play for a goal kick. So, while that's going on, let's see if we can find you some more scores from around. It is a substitution. Brad Watkins is coming off after his hat-trick. And coming on is Warren Harris. So, Warren Harris comes on. Brad Watkins with his second hat-trick of the season. Puts him on 8 goals now for the season here for Slough. For someone who hasn't started a lot of games, he's just getting a good handshake from the management team here. So Brad Watkins off after scoring his hat-trick. Warren Harris on. And it looks like Warren Harris is actually going to play up front with Manny Williams. So Slough now officially have the world's smallest front line. And Dobson gives away a foul to Gosport Boro in the centre circle of the Gosport Boro half. Play forward looking for Oniachi. Does well to win the ball. Does try to turn. Togwell's there though for Slough and can recover. Now brings the ball out for the Rebels. Plays it down the field looking for the run of Warren Harris. Up against Wakely, but it's shielded back by Wakely towards the goalkeeper. Dorchester have equalised against Basingstoke. It's Basingstoke 1, Dorchester 1. It's Medway with the ball down the field. Headed away by Josh Jackman and out for a throw. So we've got about 15 minutes left of this second half. Medway with this throw for Gosport Boro. Taken quickly, looking for the run of Connor. Connor right by the corner flag, trying to turn Jackman. Holds the ball up well. Still has the ball behind that corner flag. Just looking to try and play off Jackman and does so. And it's a throw to Gosport Boro right by the corner flag. Medway will be the player that goes across to take this for Gosport. It's a quick throw in, looking for the run of Kimber, or Kimber just slips at the wrong opportunity. And now Slough got a break here. It's 5 against 4. Played here for Williams. Burks has come back to try and close him down. Williams still running down this near hand side, cuts inside, still has the ball at his feet. Finds Lynch on the overlap. Lynch can come down to the byline. Looks to try and play it across. Oh, he's just given Saunders, Breed, it was my fault. Breed time to come back, who blocks it for a corner. And finally, the Slough fans have found their voice. Compared to the small band of Gosport fans who've just clapped the Slough fans for finally singing a song. So it's going to be Dobson to take this corner for Slough. In swinging corner for the Rebels. Goes all the way through. Oh, Watts drops it through to Jackman, and then Watts saves it, bouncing around, comes back out to Warren Harris. Fired in, blocked on the line again. Still bouncing around inside the 6-yard box to Dunn, blocked again. And this time the block was from Kimber. 3 blocks on the line. Mistake by Lewis. Watts, you dropped the ball. Slough had 3 opportunities, 2 to Warren Harris. But again, resilient defending by Gosport. I mean, they blocked the ball, and the ball's here with Slough's goalkeeper, Jack Turner. He plays it out towards Togba, in towards Fraser. Fraser finding Dunn. Dunn coming deep for the Rebels. Looking for the run of Warren Harris. Harris takes the ball in his feet. Trying to go past Page on the outside. Keeps the ball in on that far side, but Page comes across and tackles him. Out for a throw to the Rebels. I actually make that Slough have had 5 efforts in the second half. Blocked on the line. Ball chipped forwards for Josh Jackman. And it's all the way through to, it's gone wide of the goal. It's a goal kick. And it's a goal kick for Gosport Boro. And we'll see if we can find some latest scores for you in a second. Ball down by Watch. Comes across to Watts. Watts chips the ball into the 18-yard box. Hooked away though by Wells. Only as far as Breed. Breed has the ball here looking for an option. Comes from Medway. Medway looking to play it out towards Breed and made a bit of space for himself on his left-hand side. Breed coming down the line. Still comes inside. Finds Medway, who continued his run. Medway down by the corner flag. Up against Josh Jackman. Trying to play it in. Comes off... He played it off Jackman, but unfortunately hit Medway last, and it is a throw to the Rebels. So let's see if we can find some latest scores for you from the Southern Premier League for you. As Slough have a throw. It's in towards Jackman, towards Lynch. Slough playing deep inside their own half. Back towards Jackman. Time to clear the ball long. Saunders is underneath. Oh, heads the ball high up in the air, putting his team under pressure. Dunn's trying to win it first for Slough. Gets there first and then finds Wells. Wells on the far hand side brings Dunn into play. Dunn up towards Warren Harris. Harris just turns into trouble but finds Williams. Back towards Warren Harris to Fraser. Fraser chipping the ball out towards Lynch. Slough worked it well to this right hand side. Lynch crossed his first time. Looking to the far hand post. Oh, Wells has been clattered by the goalkeeper. I think Slough fans were maybe looking for a penalty, but it's actually a corner that's been given. And we shall see what happens with that one. It's going to be Matt Lynch that goes across to take this corner for the Rebels. We will try and find you some latest scores for you in a second. We're just going to concentrate on this corner. It'll be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. Lynch to take this corner. So just waiting for a bit of movement. Goes deep to the far post. Where it's Dobson. Oh, it's come off the head of Wakely. It will come out for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Dobson. In towards Jackman. Jackman back towards Dobson. Dobson has the ball. Back heels it towards Jackman. He wasn't expecting that ball, and Jackman tries to get there first. Medway's in that corner. Medway trying to push Jackman out to try and get rid of it. Only as far as Dunn. Dunn kind of cuts inside. Breaks to the edge of the box. Chips the ball in. It's come through. Hooked clear in the end by Saunders, only as far as Smart. Smart plays it in towards Wells. Wells under pressure. Gives the ball away. Now Gosport have a break on here. On the far hand side. It's Sinclair with the ball. Up against Wells. Just been slowed down. Plays it in here towards Breed. Breed takes a touch. Heavy touch. Just overruns it. But Nathan Smart goes down too well. And in the end it's Sean Fraser who comes in with a tackle. Evades the challenge of Kimber. Now finds Williams. Williams cuts in across the halfway line. Gives the ball here towards Lynch. Lynch is in a central position here. Lynch is still running with the ball. Finds Warren Harris is on that side. Harris shoots, but it's wide of the goal. And it's a goal kick. So we've got about 10 minutes of this game left. plus whatever the referee adds on. It is Slough 4, Gosport Boro 1. I just had the rest of that lovely cup of tea that I had bought. It's becoming a habit here at home games. Watch with this goal kick, huge kick again, looking for Onwashi, gets a little push in the back, referee doesn't see it, and it's back here with Dobson, in towards Dunn. Finds Fraser on the edge of his centre circle, looking for Williams. Williams just chips it into the path of Lynch. Lynch can now run down this right hand side, up against Medway, on the edge of the box, cuts inside, still has the ball, gives it to Williams. Williams shoots. Oh, Williams, what a goal! From the edge of the area, he's just looked up, seen the goalkeeper off his line, and curls it into the top of the net. And on 81 minutes, Manny Williams, with his 7th goal of the season, makes it Slough 5, Gosport Boro 1.
81 minutes.
And Slough's Manny Williams has scored 2 cracking goals here for Slough this evening. Both from difficult angles. I know his wife's here watching as well. So he's having a good day. He's now on a hat-trick as well. It's just less than 10 minutes to go. Gosport have the ball on the far-hand side with Page. In towards Saunders. Saunders plays the ball forwards, looking for Onwashi. Onwashi has worked so tirelessly up front. Nathan Smart comes across and heads the ball back towards the goalkeeper, Turner. And Turner has the ball at his feet. Onwashi, the forward for Gosport Boro, scored, I thought, was mostly our Greek goal of the night. Has worked so tirelessly up front. He deserves a little bit more. Long kick by Turner, headed away though by Sinclair. Only as far as Fraser. Fraser in towards Wells on the halfway line. Looks up, plays it back in here towards Dunn. Dunn just comes deep, travels with the ball 10-15 yards, finds Dobson. Dobson turns inside, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Saunders comes across and wins the ball, but only as far as Chapman on this near hand side. Chapman trying to chip the ball forwards. Medway smashes that ball clear again, looking for Onwashi on that far hand side. He's almost on his own up front there. Plays the ball, does well to keep hold of it. Good play by him. Turns inside, just overruns it, and Fraser nicks it off his feet. Ball plucking forwards here, looking for Williams, who's on a hat-trick. Has the ball, plays it in towards Medway. Williams wants it back towards Dobson. He gets it back towards Williams. Cross first time by Williams. It's only as far as Wakely. He gets the ball out of his feet, but only as far as Lynch on the halfway line. In towards Fraser. Fraser turns. Finds Wells. Wells with a chip in, trying to find Dobson, ghosting into the far post. Heads it, he's trying to head it into the path of Williams, but just gets his angles wrong, and it goes back towards the goalkeeper, Watch. And Watch rolls it out here towards Page. Page, the right back. Chainer play the ball down, and Watch comes deep, but the ball goes over his head, and it'll go back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner will play it out here to Togwell. Togwell can turn. Plays it towards Fraser. Fraser back towards Togwell. Slough keeping the ball well this second half. We will try and find those latest scores for you in a second. Like I said, don't forget you can get in contact with us on Twitter or on the comments page of the YouTube if you're listening. We're going to see if we can find some latest score. Ball's here with Williams. Williams 30 yards away from goal. Still running with it. Chips it in looking for a play. It's headed away. Comes only as far as Lynch. Lynch on this right hand side. He's got Chapman with him if he needs him. Finds Dobson instead. Dobson takes a touch. Cuts inside. Still finds Dunn. Dunn shoots. Takes a deflection. And it's gone out for a corner to Slough. I was just going to see if we can find some things. Royston have come back from 2 down to do 2-2 at the moment. Royston 2, Farnborough 2. Redditch 0, Kettering 0, still the latest score. So we wait for this corner to come in. It'll be Matt Lynch to take this corner. And Lynch just aiming for Nathan Smart. Headed away well by Gosport Boro. It's going to go all the way up for a throw to Slough. Hereford have had a red card. Mike McGrath has been sent off. Merthyr 2-1 up. Ball's here with Williams. Williams still has the ball. Trying to flink the ball through. Jackman will chase it down for Slough. Right by the corner flag. Does well to keep the ball in. Trying to go past Watts it is who's defending right on his byline. Plays it in towards Kimber. Kimber has to come and then plays it out. It's a throw to the Rebels. It looks like it's 2-2 between Hereford and Tiverton it is at the moment. We'll try and give you some balls. And a chance there for Slough. Just goes wide of the goal from Matt Lynch, and it's out for a goal kick. Just going to see if we can find those latest scores for you. And we're into the final 5 minutes here, plus whatever the referee will add on. We're just going to wait for that to come through in a second. And the ball played forwards by Watch, headed away by Wells. Underneath it is Page. Page heads the ball on. Wells is underneath it, can't keep it in. It's out for a throw to Gosport Boro on that far hand side. And Royston have come from 2 down to lead 3-2 at home. Ball's here with Saunders. Finds Wakely. Wakely looks up, trying to play the ball here, looking for Watts, but that's over his head and out of play for a throw to Slough. And a quick throw by Jackman finds the ball all the way back towards Turner. Turner looks up, gives the ball to Togwell. Togwell can turn and brings the ball downfield, trying to find the run of Warren Harris. Saunders comes across, heads the ball away. Lynch gets there first for Slough, plays it into the path of Fraser. Fraser just cuts back, turns, trying to find Williams. Williams just turns past Medway, forced wide, but still has the ball kept in. He's got Josh Jackman inside him if he needs him. Plays it in towards Jackman. Jackman finds Lynch. Lynch trying to play it in towards Dobson. Dobson trying to flick it back towards Lynch. Lynch shoots. It's blocked by Watts. It's out for a corner, is it? It is. It's a corner to the Rebels. And Slough looking to take it quickly, are they? No. Somehow Slough have taken the corner without anyone noticing. And Kimber had seen it quickly, played the ball out on the far hand side, but Wells will try and get there first. It comes through to Page. Page with the ball up to Onwasher. Onwasher does well to turn. Fraser's in there with the challenge, and Wells wins it back here for Slough. Back towards Fraser. Fraser finds Dunn. Dunn under pressure from Breed, brings the ball forwards, but only can find Wells. Wells will play it back towards Togwell. Togwell, deepest man in his own half, plays it here towards Chapman, who's made a run forwards. Dobson's made a run to the far side. In towards Williams. Williams turns, holds the ball up. Wells finds Lynch. Lynch try and find Williams. Williams will turn. Plays it here towards Jackman. Jackman wins towards Lynch. Lynch made a bit of space. Back towards Williams. Williams chipping the ball forwards, looking for a run from a Slough player. Saunders is there, hooks the ball away. Only going to find Dobson though on the right hand side. Dobson finds Lynch. Lynch trying to get to the byline to get a cross in. He's accidentally run it into the corner, hits it straight at Medway. And is it a corner to Slough? Yeah, this time they're going to take it properly. And it looks like Dobson will take in swinging corner here for the Rebels. Dobson just waiting for a bit of movement up front. Dobson just waiting for the referee to signal it's okay. Dobson comes up, takes the corner, takes it in quickly towards Williams. Williams shoots, it's blocked, he gets back out to him, shoots second time, bounce off the line, it's cleared off the line again! That is 7 times in this second half. Ball's only come as far as Wells though. Wells has the ball at his feet on the right hand side, bursts into the box, trying to do a little trick, he's come out for a corner. No, it's out for a goal kick. 2 times there that Gosport Boro kicked the ball. That is 7 times in this second half. They've cleared second half alone. 7 times they've cleared the ball off the line. They have defended so well this evening. It really could have been a lot more than the 5-1 scoreline, but they've thrown their bodies everywhere. Watch with this long goal kick, looking for Onwasher, beaten to the ball. We just want to see who the man of the match is. Brad Watkins is the Slough Town man of the match. Tonight's match sponsor is Landy Associates. There's the 3 added minutes of the game here as well. So we've got about 4 minutes left. Ball played forwards by Togwell, flicked on by Dobson. The ball come back out. Dobson on the floor, plays it in towards Dunn, but it's cleared by Kimber, only as far as Onwasher, but he's been pushed off the ball by Smart. Back here with Togwell. Togwell will go back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner has the thing, just Turner just has the ball right on the edge of his box, just waiting for a bit of thing. Slough just saying, play the ball forwards, chipping the ball forwards here, looking for Lynch. Lynch gets to the ball first, finds Dunn inside, but he's robbed of the ball by Breed. Breed turns inside the centre circle, plays the ball down. Oh, and Washington won't catch that, but Sinclair will chase it. Nathan Smart's just had to put the afterburners on here, and Sinclair's up against him, but Smart's right by his own bylines, trying to keep the ball in and turns. Good play here by Smart. Finds Fraser on his 18-yard box. Spreads it across here to Josh Chapman. Chapman can bring the ball back in towards Lynch. Lynch looks up trying to play the ball, travelling a few yards. Looking for the run of Warren Harris. Harris had then stopped. Ball comes through to Wash on the edge of his area, and that's a good gather by the Gosport goalkeeper. And rolls it out here towards Medway. Medway with the ball in. Here finds Kimber. Kimber turns, looks up, trying to find Watts. Watts can't play. It's a bit behind him and goes out of play for a throw. And it's Josh Chapman to take in towards Lynch. Lynch just can bring the ball forward. It's not got a challenge on him. Still running with the ball. 20-30 yards. Still has it. Gives it back here towards Chapman. Chapman in towards Williams. Williams trying to turn but just runs it out of play. And it's out for a throw to Gosport Boro. And it's right by the 18-yard box of the Gosport half. Quick throw in. Comes through to Chapman. Chapman plays it in towards Dobson. Dobson found on the volley towards Williams. Back towards Dobbo. Towards Dunn. Dunn just being forced wide here by Breed. Dunn still has the ball. Just overruns it. Comes back out towards Wells. Wells in towards Fraser. Back towards Wells. He's continued his run. Shoots from distance, but that's well wide of the goal. And that will be a goal kick to Gosport Boro. And we'll see if we can find some scores for you. St Neots 1, Hitchin 1. Hitchin have got an equaliser there. Let's have a look, see what else we can find. It's added time. Full time at Tiverton. Tiverton 2, Hereford 2. Full time is Kings Lynn 1, Bishop Stortford 1. Ball played forward looking for a Nacho. Comes off the top of Togwell. Ball comes in towards Bree. Back heels it to find Onwachu. Onwachu keeps the ball in here. Still running with the ball, surrounded by a couple of players. Lynch licks it off his feet. Finds Chapman. Chapman with the ball across. Finds his goalkeeper Turner. Turner to Smart. Slough playing it back out from the back here. In towards Dunn. Dunn's come deep to pick the ball up. Plays it in towards Fraser. Fraser back towards Togwell. Slough happy with this 5-1 scoreline. Played here towards Lynch. Into the final minute of added time. Ball played in, looking for the run of Lynch. Lynch gets there first. Finds Warren Harris. Harris can break down to this byline. Gets it in quite low, and then it's cleared by Saunders. And out for a corner for Slough. I think we'll just about have the time to take the corner. Ball's already there. Dobson will take this in the swinging corner. Slough just trying to add a last goal on here in these last seconds of the game. Dobson with the corner. Referee urging him to come and take it quickly. And Dobson takes it near post. Poor corner. And Kimber comes across. It's actually the full-time whistle here at Arbour Park. And Slough have won 5-1. It could have been a lot more, but the Gosport Boro team have defended so well. 7 times in the second half alone did they clear the ball off the line. Slough have also hit the crossbar a couple of times. The goalkeeper Watch made 3 really good saves in the first half. And Slough can be pleased with their work this evening, bearing in mind that Chris Flood didn't need to come on the pitch, so they've rested him for Saturday. In seems to be okay. Brad Watkins will take the headlines with his hat-trick, scoring on 14, 34 and 72 minutes for his hat-trick. Manny Williams with 2 cracking goals on 40 and 81. The goal coming for Gosport Boro from Ifiani Onwuchu on 36 minutes, arguably the goal of the game. And the Gosport Boro players are just getting a round of applause as they come to the tunnel from the Slough fans. They're just clapping their small band of supporters, I've got to say, have been absolutely excellent on that far hand side. And I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but Slough have been in that position. I remember going to Slough when we were losing 8-0. I remember going to AFC Wimbledon losing 9-0. And it's about having that band of supporters who get behind you every game. And that group down that far hand side have done really, really well for Gosport Boro. They've been absolutely brilliant behind that goal. They're still singing now, even though the last of their players has gone down the tunnel. So congratulations to them. We wish all of the Gosport players, fans and officials all a safe journey home this evening. We'll try and give you the full-time scores as it stands. Just bear with me. I'm just going to try and find that one. And We'll just let's see if we can find those full-time scores for you. So just a reminder that on Saturday we're not sure what the situation is with power and whatever. So we're not sure if we'll be broadcasting on Saturday. And the same again with Gainsborough Trinity. That's up to a couple of whether they were allowed to because of the BBC. I can tell you that Weymouth 0, Frome 2. Weymouth, form team of the league. They'd won 6 in a row. Have lost at home to Frome. It's Basingstoke Town 1, Dorchester 1. Let's see what else we've got for you. Royston 4, Farnborough 3. Farnborough were 2-0 up in that game. Royston got it back to 2-2. Then a goal. They scored in the 83rd minute to equalise. Scored in the 85th minute to go 3-2 up. Farnborough then scored in the 89th minute to make it 3-3. And then Royston scored to make it 4-3 on the 92nd minute. So that's a heck of a game there. It's Merthyr 3, Stratford 1. Biggleswade 0, St Ives 2, which is quite a turn up as St Ives were sitting one from bottom in the Southern Premier League, so that is a bit of a turn up there. Full time is Kings Lynn 2, Bishop Stortford 1. Let's just see what else we can find for you. Just got to see if it comes through any more. We're just looking for a couple more results to come through to us. So tonight's man of the match was hat-trick hero Brad Wadkins with his second hat-trick. It's finished Redditch 0, Kettering 0. So that's 2 games in a row that Kettering haven't been able to score. It is full-time Merthyr 3, Stratford 1. And let's just see if we can get some scores from some of the other games. Don't forget you'll be able to see highlights of the goals and the match action from our friends at FC Video. And just going to see what's going on. Just around full time with St Neots 1, Hitchin 1. So we'll just go off. Thank you all for listening this evening, getting in contact, whether it be on Twitter or via the YouTube. And thanks everyone. Just to let you know, the Gainsborough fans are still the Gosport Boro fans are still sat in that corner singing. They have been absolutely fantastic tonight, and they're a real credit to their club. So hopefully we'll be on Saturday. If not, then we might not be on the Saturday after, but we'll keep you posted with all those details. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Thank you for getting in contact. Slough 151 this evening. They sit top of the league and they take that into the FA Cup action on Saturday when we face Kiddington Town. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week, and hopefully we'll be back on Saturday evening. Thank you very much. Bye bye.